Alrighty, that's live. We'll start this one. That one's live. Let's clear out Long Live's chat. Alrighty. Alright, now let's fire up Manicam as soon as I can find my mouse cursor. There it is. Fire up Manicam. And here I am, boys and girls. Alright, put this over here like so. And there we are. Alrighty, we are live, we are live, we are live. Open forum. The barrage of personal questions that was asked in relaxation number 1 will not happen in relaxation 2. Other than to say that my wife is no longer suffering from exhaustion from her long trip. And that now that she is no longer suffering from exhaustion and from various and sundry medications that everyone was so convenient to pump her full of, she was able to post a retraction on Facebook concerning the fact of me pulling a gun out of the desk, which Secular Opinion, Kenny KPZ, Dr. Dissent, the same motherfuckers that caused her to leave in the first place, were having a field day talking about. All right.
Suffering a little bit. That's a private matter between husband and wife.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's a different matter altogether. But anyway, point is that she is obviously no longer as doped up as she was, and she will be getting an evaluation post haste. And thanks to a snafu from her attorney, we were supposed to have went and got all the paperwork done Wednesday, but her attorney forgot to file it as a docket for the court, and so now we got to wait until the 12th to get that handled. So let me make myself abundantly clear. It is not my fault. It is not Andrea's fault. It is her attorney's fault that the paperwork was not done. Okay? So none of the, nobody can be casting aspersions in our direction because we were at the courthouse on time on Wednesday to get the shit done, and Stella House had not filed the documents with the court. So that's not our fault. It's not my fault. It's not Andrew's fault. It's Stella House's fault. So enough said about that shit. So as far as I'm concerned right now, all of the paperwork concerning me or my wife was done and finished Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Okay, that's as far as I'm concerned. Anybody want to split hairs over it, fine by me. But as far as I'm concerned, all of our paperwork was taken care of last Wednesday. Like I said, it's not our fault that her attorney forgot to file with the court. That's not our fault. So.
You doing a video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you was doing.
I'm doing a live simulcast here. Nobody's joined in yet. Nobody's joined in yet. I banned me a shit ton of troll accounts between the last hangout and this one, so there will be less problematic questions asked, hopefully. Doop, 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 doop. Well, you'd figure at 10:30 everybody would be out tonight. This is Saturday night. They either out getting drunk in the bar somewhere or screwing their old lady or whatever. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I guess it's because since I banned a bunch of trolls. maybe that's why nobody's showing up, because I banned everybody. I banned all the trolls. Maybe my only audience was trolls, huh? You reckon? Maybe that's what the deal was. I get the usual suspects in here, I think. Chris says he's doing a show. Oh, yeah, okay, Chris. All right, man. More power to you. Hey, the more people that do shows, the better, right? Right. Exactly. Well, that's good. Well, we'll wait and see if anybody shows up. If not, then I can either talk about some news or I can close it out and go play some Skyrim. I don't know. Or maybe go to Chris's show. Hell. What the hell, right? The only problem with these, I don't know, e-sticks, I'm going to call them, because it's not an e-cigarette and it's not an e-pipe, so I'm going to call it an e-stick. The only problem with the e-stick, with these advanced clearizers, is that these little puppies, the insides of them, tend to get clogged fairly easy. Other than that, I don't have a problem with this thing. Hello, how are you? You know the name Pizza Delivery Boy just screams troll, right? Good evening, Sensation. How you doing, man? You all right? Aliens Reels camped out. They've been camped out for 3 days, man. They must have won some Vaughn real bad, huh? According to Google, I have 21 viewers, and I have absolutely no idea how many viewers I have on Vaughn Live, because the little viewer counter don't work. So, all right, who we got here? Okay. All
Hey,
right.
Vaughn.
Hey, what's up?
Hold on. I can't hear you. Hold on.
You know, you do have a video camera, so you might ought to utilize it, right? You used to troll Glenn's room? Hmm.
What the hell? I'm hearing like an advertisement or something. Hold on.
Yes, you're going to hear an advertisement.
I hate when this happens.
You're going to hear an advertisement.
Son of a gun.
You're going to hear an advertisement.
Don't you hate it when you got like an advertisement going on in one of your browsers, but you don't know which one it is? And then you're like
Actually,
looking at all your browsers. You're like, where the hell is this advertisement coming from?
yes, I have that
Oh,
happen.
shit. Let's see. Let's see if I
Kimmy
can.
Cates is in the house,
Or
man.
I think I hear you.
Hmm? What's that?
I think I hear you. I think we're good. But I'm getting an echo. Let me see if I can fix that.
Well, you're getting an echo because you're trying to record me and talk to me at the same time. That's why you're getting an echo. Maybe you ought to stop recording, damn it.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't record you.
You don't record me. Okay, who
No, I
does?
don't. I don't. I don't even know how to friggin' do that. I barely know how to hook up my
Right.
headphones.
Okay, well then who does?
Uh,
Who? Because I'm about up to here.
I think that guy that what's his name? Hold on a second, Vaughn. Hey, I wanna give you a PayPal donation tonight. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this echo off.
Why don't you just cam up, dude? You got a fucking camera. You're sitting there making troll videos about me on YouTube, so I know you got a fucking camera, so just cam the fuck up. And without the stupid ass mask, by the way. Just cam the fuck up. Be a man, grow a
All
pair
right.
of balls, and just cam the fuck
Well,
up. Just do
hold
it.
on.
Just no fucking excuses. You have a webcam. You're on YouTube
All right.
making videos about me. Fucking
Hold
cam
on.
up. Fucking cam up. I mean, my God, at least fucking
I could, if
George
you want
Bush
me to.
cam up. George Bush pimps can cam up. Secular opinion can cam up. So why don't you just
If you
cam the
want,
fuck up?
if if you're offended by those videos I have up, I can take them off. I mean, I consider them friendly parodies, but if you're offended by them, I can take them off.
Well, you don't think the
But I
trolls
don't personally attack you on them.
stop. You don't think the trolls use it as cannon fodder? Really? See, even
I,
Kimmy,
to be honest with you, the
even my
trolls like never talk about me or my videos.
even my resident sleeper, somebody who comes to my room to sleep, even she is saying you need to cam the fuck up. That's pretty sad, dude. You know, when the person that actually comes to my room to sleep is telling you to cam up, you know you're fucked up. Okay, so cam the fuck up, grow a pair of balls. I mean, you know, just get it done and over with. Hi, Shaggy, how you doing? But just cam the fuck up, dude. Get it over with. Remove all doubt, you know. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Brandon Kirk is the
All
one
right,
that
hold on, Vaughn.
does
Hold
the
on.
Ron Hilton. He calls them parody. I consider them troll videos, but he calls them parody. Kimmy Kate says, "You're my volume, Vaughn." Well, okay. Me and Kimmy actually agree because I really don't consider myself anybody special. I get on here and I report the news. Whoop de shit.
I think you're
So does
special.
well, of course you would think I'm special. You're my wife, you know. Duh.
All right, Vaughn. I think we're good.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Now, now, well, you haven't seen my Ron Hilton parody video, but it wasn't like attacking you personally. What it does is it sort of like puts on play on like when you talk about like special events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Crystal. How you doing, dear? Let me get you powered up here. There you go. You are hot.
How are you?
Oh, you got the vampire stuff going on, huh? Okay. Still got the Halloween makeup on.
We're gonna be on our way to a Halloween party soon.
But now, this is November the 1st, so I'm kind of wondering why.
They skip out on their kids.
Oh. Up, and we lost her. She's gone.
Hey Vaughn, what's your PayPal address where I can like donate?
My email address for PayPal is jpvh777@gmail.com.
All right, cool.
And Crystal's back.
Somebody has the damn picture thing on.
It's probably the Sandra J guy or whatever.
Kick out whoever does that.
Quit being so mean.
No, I'm not gonna put being mean.
I don't blame
Kick out
her.
whoever does that.
I can't blame her for that. I can't.
Cause it's a fucking pain in my ass.
ANUJ Parahar, is that you? Can you no, I guess I don't know. He keeps losing his mic. Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to him. All right, there he goes. Bye bye, dude.
All right, Vaughn, what do you think's going to happen this Tuesday with the elections?
What do I think's gonna happen this Tuesday?
Think it's
Is
gonna be
that
Republican?
Brandon?
Yes, ma'am.
Get rid of Brandon. He's a fucking troll.
I'm not a troll. I'm a good guy.
My ass, you're not a troll.
Tell me why you think I'm a troll, Crystal.
Oh, because everyone else says you're a troll.
All of the questions that you asked about Andrea the last hangout makes it obvious.
Even the trolls say you're a troll.
Yeah, when the trolls say that I'm a troll, that means I'm not a troll. Because that means I'm not.
Let's
That
think
means
about
I'm
the
not
fact that
into.
I sat there and I read through every single comment on every single video, so therefore I know you are
Right,
a
the trolls are calling me a troll because I'm not in cahoots with them.
Well, cam up.
I see
Brandon.
what you say, Brandon. I see what you
We're
say.
waiting for you to cam up, Brandon. Everybody's waiting for you to cam up. So
Cam up or get the fuck out,
yeah,
bitch.
I'm waiting for you to cam up. I mean, like I said, two of my resident sleeper is wanting you to cam up, and she comes to my room to sleep. For God's sake,
Was that medium roof?
cam up.
All right, well hold on. See if I can see what I can do.
We know you got a webcam because you're making Ron Helton videos, dude.
That's actually done on my Sony high definition camera. It's not a webcam.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is,
Cam
you
up, bitch.
so you can cam up. So
And Crystal, I don't. Crystal, listen, I don't need to be hearing about your little unconfident statements that you make, trying to remind Vaughn like every second that you donate money to him, like you're trying to get attention, and then you're talking about families that molesting you. Why don't you stop trying to get attention in here and just try to be a normal human being?
That's awesome.
All right, and then you get
because
off
I
of
never said
of me,
anything like that.
and you start judging yourself.
I
once
never
you judge
said
me.
anything like that.
Well, you stop judging me, and then you start judging yourself. I mean, you got a lot of stuff
I'm
going
going
on
by
there at your
all the
place.
comments I read
Don't you
on
talk,
all
don't
the
you
troll
talk about me.
comments and everything.
I've been
troll
talking to Vaughn for the last.
videos.
I've been talking to Vaughn way before you got here, and then all of a
You
sudden
don't
you
even
think
know
you're
how long I've been talking to him.
and you think you think that you're
You
judging
don't
jury.
even know how long I've been talking to him, so
You
go
think
fuck
you're
yourself.
judge and jury, and you can self-diagnose me with and tell me that I'm a troll. Well, you don't even know what a troll is.
Whenever all the other trolls call you out to be a troll, I'm
That's
going
the
to call
whole
you a
point.
troll.
If I was doing what the trolls wanted me to do, they wouldn't try to out me, would they?
Brandon, you fed the trolls all the questions concerning Andrea
I
last
was a troll
last
before.
relaxation hangout. That's a fact.
Well, it wasn't in a facetious way. It was like for my
I
own
wasn't
knowledge.
being mean before.
You were giving them every question that they wanted.
I think it turned out that some of the questions I was asking they did want, but it was just out of my own
I
curiosity.
think it's awesome that I saw your comments on some of the troll videos in the past couple days.
Yeah,
They
it probably
were
wasn't even
definitely
me.
troll videos.
It probably wasn't even
and
me
they were
because there's
definitely troll comments.
there's 3 clones of me that's out there that mimics and that act like me. Like a lot of my haters. As a matter of fact, some people consider me like Von Helton, and they pick on me like they pick on him.
It's not Skype, Roller. It is. It's Google Plus. I'm simulcast. I'm on Google Plus and online.
Vaughn, I'm sticking up for you. This guy's a fucking asshole, and I've seen all
Of
his
course you think I
fucking
am.
comments, and I've seen it all.
It's not me if it's negative.
If it's going back to your YouTube account, yeah, it is you. If it's going back to your YouTube account, yes, it is you.
Mr. Vaughn, I won't lie to you. You know that.
Yeah, we know.
There's no getting around that. If it goes back to your YouTube account, then yeah, it is you, man. I bet I've seen Bane here cam up. Why can't you cam up, Brandon? What's up with that, man?
Well, like I say, all my videos on YouTube are done by Sony high definition camera. I don't do it on webcam.
All right, so
because you're a pussy, you can't get a webcam.
Trust me, I'm not that pretty to look at.
So,
No, I don't like people. I don't like assholes being assholes. I'm sorry.
And here's the thing, Crystal. If you thought I was being an asshole,
You can't call me that. Call me Celeste.
all right. Listen here, Dracula. If you didn't like me how I behaved in Vaughn's last hangout, you would have outed me. But you know darn well that I was civil, or you would have pointed it out.
You were asking all sorts of fucked up questions.
If you thought so, then you would have said something.
now, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit like camera shy. I have social.
Brandon, I have to correct you. You cannot call her Dracula. That is a misnomer. You would have to call her Morticia.
Okay,
Morticia.
Dracula is a male name. You would have to call her Morticia.
And listen,
I have social anxiety disorder, so like.
And listen, Vaughn, I was trying to help you.
I have to drink in order to be able to do these hangouts.
When you guys were talking about the gun,
You're not listening to me. I have to drink in order to be able to do these hangouts, or else I'll just clam up and not be able to do a damn thing.
Andrea had to post a retraction on Facebook.
That's fine. And I was trying to clear you. Like,
thank you, Michael.
When Andrea says no, I saw a gun. I says no. I said you had your hand on the desk, and then I was trying to get her away from the gun situation. That's the questions I was probing at.
If Andrea is awake, tell her I said hi. Okay, Telexa, I will do that. Telexa says hi if you're still awake over there, Andrea.
I tell her I said hi.
She says hi back to Lexa. Trailer Park Boy says, Vaughn, that is JT, a known troll who used to hang out with Kenny TV and Dr. D. They know you.
Hey.
He still does.
Mr. Vaughn?
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to let you know that Secular Opinion made a video saying that you are probably hiding from the internet for the simple fact that you either lost the kids.
I've lost my kids. Oh my God.
You lost your kids. Or
I've lost
that
my
Andrea finally snapped and she went to another mental institution,
Yes.
or
Well,
something like that.
That's what they want, obviously.
Yeah, you're talking about that video where Secular Opinion's like, look, Von Helton and Andrea aren't married anymore. They
no,
might
I'm
be
talking about the latest
video. They're having premarital
I am
sex.
talking about the latest video.
Okay.
Where he's like, oh, well, it was either this or this or this, and
I thought
that's
you were
what the
talking about the one where-
speculation is, and that's why Vaughn's not on the internet right now.
I thought you were talking about the one where Secular Opinion's like, hey, they can't be having sex now because they're divorced officially, and they can't have premarital sex before they get married.
No, I'm talking about the latest one where
We're
they're
not
wondering
divorced.
why Vaughn's not on the internet.
We're not divorced.
They think
And
that you're divorced.
We have never been divorced. We have never
Mr.
been
Vaughn, you should kick Brandon because he is a troll.
Listen, Vaughn can make his own decisions.
divorced. He is. He's
That's fine.
He is.
That is fine. But I am telling him the truth.
I've given Vaughn more donations than you have. I've given him 3 or 4 in the last 4 or 5 years.
JT, you need to cam up, dude. Come on.
Okay, Brandon. I know what you said, though.
Why would I give?
read everything that you said.
Again, it's probably not even my account.
My ass.
It goes right back to your YouTube account, dude.
Mr. Vaughn,
All right,
this
Vaughn.
guy should not be trusted.
Of course not. He's JT. He was one of the people that started the shit with Andrea. I know.
Me? What? I never even talked to Andrea.
You, Dr. Descent, and Kenny KPZ were the ones in the fucking Andrea tape.
No, sir.
Yes,
No,
sir.
you're talking about Mr. McBud or whatever. That's not me.
We have.
I've read
unraveled
everything.
Yes,
I've never talked to Andrea once in my life.
I have the video where they have reversed the sound effects to where they can hear who's talking to Andrea instead of a bunch of garble.
That's not me. And actually, Jay Stevio confirmed that wasn't me.
It's not you. Okay. It's your clone, right?
No, you just get my country accent mixed up with another country accent.
I know for a fact. Do not trust this fucker.
Oh, please, shut up and get a job. For crying out loud.
I have a job, motherfucker.
Sure you do.
What about you?
She's an actress. She has a job.
Oh, okay. She's an actress.
She's an actress. She may
I'm
not
an
make a
actress
lot
and
of
a
money.
model.
Okay.
She has
So
a
what
job.
the fuck job do you have, dumb fuck?
I'll make plenty of money, honey.
If you got the
And
money.
I don't have to pound cement for 10 hours a day.
And you don't have to do what?
I don't have to pound cement for 10 hours a day at pools.
I don't either. The only
I
dick
use my brain.
I suck
I use
is
my
my
brain.
husband's. The
Exactly.
only dick I suck is my
No, wait.
husband's.
I use my brain.
For an actor, what's wrong with that?
I'm like,
She uses her body. Her husband uses her muscles. They don't use their brains, and that's the one reason why she's
oh yes,
accused me.
because I'm
Because
totally
she can't add. She can't add
at
1 plus
all.
1.
At all.
And she doesn't know anything about psychology. She knows that I wasn't a troll.
Nope, not at all. See,
Vaughn, you're-
because I spent most of my life in a psych ward. No, definitely don't know anything about psychology.
Brandon, anybody with half the brain the size of a pea, go watch that relaxation video and see.
Well, he's being a
you
fucking
softball-
asshole.
You're
you
aggravating.
softballed home runs to every fucking troll on the internet.
I think it just happened to appear that way, but it wasn't meant to
Oh,
be.
it just appeared that way. Okay. Yeah.
Can you,
Okay.
Mr. Vaughn?
See, you need to look at the intentions
Mr.
of
Vaughn.
something. I'm talking.
Can you
I'm
please
talking,
kick
Witch.
him?
No, he's not gonna kick me because he likes me.
I don't know
Mr.
that.
Vaughn. No, he shouldn't like you.
Me,
'cause I
me and
know
Vaughn
better.
have more common than,
Mr. Vaughn,
than
can
you
you
know.
please kick him?
Would you please be quiet? And won't you
Can
say
you
something
please
productive?
go fuck yourself?
Say something
Mr. Vaughn,
productive.
can you please kick him?
He actually has a point because I mean technically
He's being an asshole.
No,
you
you
were
went there to
technically
attack me.
banned.
No, I did not.
Hey,
I
Vaughn.
called him out.
Vaughn, listen to her husband. Listen to what he's saying.
I'm listening to what he's saying.
And he's saying that I'm pretty cool.
Yes, but the problem is that you gave softballs to all the fucking trolls during Relaxation 1. That is
All right,
not
Vaughn, you
Mr. Vaughn.
ask me some questions.
Mr. Vaughn, you know I'm not gonna lie to you.
questions because you won't cam the
You
fuck
need to get rid of this guy right now.
Yes, you're right.
Listen-
Mr. Vaughn,
Hey, hey, Celeste.
how about you fuck
Hey,
yourself? I'm not talking to you.
Bye. Hey, Chris, what's
Thank
up?
you.
What's going on?
Thank you, Mr. Vaughn.
Well, see, I had him banned and he circumvented it, but that's okay.
I saw all those videos that he was commenting on and that he made, and no, he's not your friend.
Yeah, well, I know he's JT. He's JT. He's one of the 3 people that did the Andrea tapes. See, I've got the reverse. I've got the reverse where they unhid the voices. See, the voices were masked over with a voice manipulator, and I've got the video.
And he had no reason to talk to me like that. He
Well, he had no
doesn't
reason
know
to be
me.
talking to my wife behind my back either. So
No, he didn't.
he's gone. So he's gone. Him, Kenny KPG, and Dr. Descent. I'm on my last fucking nerve with these assholes, and I'm going after them.
Don't let him in your fucking hangouts
I'm
anymore,
going
honey.
after. I'm going to go after them because I believe that, especially in light of now, Andrea has a very good case against these motherfuckers for manipulating her. I believe that, and she believes that, and so
Is
and
she awake?
she's awake. She's right here looking.
Can she come talk to me,
She's reading her Bible.
or does she hate me?
I don't. She don't hate you. I don't reckon. Do you hate Crystal?
No.
No, she don't.
I
That,
don't hate
see,
anybody. I love people.
that's right. She loves people. She's doing the Christian thing. She's all about love, man. She's all about love,
About
forgiveness, compassion. And I told her, I said, fuck the forgiveness. You need to go after these trolls and you need to throw their ass behind bars so that they don't ever do this to anybody else's family ever again. That's what needs to fucking happen.
What's good, Darcy? I'm doing my best not to do the same thing.
No, I know you're not. You want to be the Christian thing, so. But whatever. Anyway.
Oh, man. How's everything going?
Hey, it's going, man. It's going. What have you been up to, Chris?
Just finishing up moving tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gotta move fridge. Gotta move all the heavy shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
The fridge, all that shit.
Gotta wrench you one of them blue boys.
We got a appliance dolly we're gonna use,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that'll work.
That's
But
good. That's good.
still gotta take it up and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Been there, done that, man. That's a lot of work.
Nice big toolbox in the basement's gotta come out, and then go down the basement of the other house.
Hello?
Yeah, why you keep dying, Crystal? Everybody's gone. Why you keep dying?
Sorry, like I got kicked or something.
You just got a shitty internet. Who you got for an internet company? I want to make sure so I can avoid their ass.
She's using her phone, I think, still. So it's
I'm on my
I would
phone.
avoid your internet.
It's just make sure that no one on here is trying to take pictures and we'll be okay.
Yeah, that stupid.
But
picture
is
yeah.
Andrea awake?
Yeah, she's awake.
Yeah, I'm trying to sleep.
Would she mind talking to me?
She can't sleep. She's having another bout of insomnia.
Screw taking pictures. It's live on YouTube.
Yeah,
Pictures
why?
don't mean anything.
But would she be okay?
Yeah, she'll be okay. She needs to go get her chair though. She's gonna go get your chair and pull it up here and.
I just follow God and Jesus.
Yeah, get your chair. I'm not. Get this out of the way. Oh, no, we don't want to cover the register.
I don't want to. I was thinking we need to get a dream catcher.
Yes, we do.
I found out through my family side of the family that we have Cherokee in my family, and I'm not proud of it.
What do you mean you're not proud of it?
You're supposed to swallow your pride as a Christian.
Oh, for God's sake. There's good pride and bad pride.
No, I'm following the King James Version.
Yes, I know you're following the King James Version Bible that was revised like 6 or 7 times.
Well, see, that's what I'm curious about. Because I know the Catholic.
The Catholics ripped out. When the Catholics.
See, I was reading it. There's a bunch of stuff you have to do. You have to take like a year's worth of classes.
When the Catholics canonized the Bible at Nicaea, they cut out 3/4 of the book and threw it in the trash. 3/4. And that's being conservative. It's probably more than that.
But see,
but at
like,
least 3/4 of the book was thrown out.
I was going to the Catholic Church and I was getting ready to get baptized.
And therein lies confusion.
And I was getting ready to actually, I was wearing the rosary and everything, but you're not supposed to pray to Mary. You're supposed to pray to God.
No, you shouldn't. You should not pray to Mary. Mary is a human being.
You're supposed to pray to God. And I found out that the King James Version that Jesus is God.
And so was Friar Nicholas, I might add. Just a human being.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, he was a good human being. Did a lot of things for people, but he's still just a human being. Simple as that.
Put some peroxide or something on your nose.
Yeah, you probably need to.
I know, it's gross.
Yes.
You need to get rid of that facial oil.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of my facial oil. I'll have that for the
You can put alcohol on it and it'll dry it off.
Well, that's the point. It dries it up too much, and then I got flaky skin instead of holy skin.
That's why I do not refuse the gospel.
Well, you're like 2,000 BTUs, so get your own chair.
I am?
To me, you are, yeah.
No, actually, you are.
Well, go get your chair. Go get your chair. Because when you're sitting on my lap, man, it feels like I've got a blast furnace sitting on my lap.
I'm thinking about playing some games on the computer.
Oh, you're going to play some games? Okay.
Playing by neutral. I'm supposed to sleep at night, but...
Well, insomnia might be an after effect of your medication, honey.
In other words,
see what it is with me?
On his lap, Vaughn gets all hot.
What it is with me is I'm scared of going to sleep because I fear death.
She's afraid of death for some crazy reason. I don't know.
you can't be afraid of death. I mean, that's.
I mean, I know it's a, not it's supposed to be a natural thing,
Well,
She
that
likes
goes
to say,
against
hey,
all like
Andrea.
Christian.
but yeah, that's the problem.
That goes against all Christian beliefs to
I'm
be afraid of
washing
death.
dishes, and that's all I've been doing lately. Is I've been trying to clean up the house and
She's
stuff.
been making amends by cleaning up the house, yeah.
Yes,
Yes, she has.
and I've been doing a good job, but I didn't know if he's got in Jesus.
You've been doing a great job. Absolutely. You've been doing
I've
a
been
great job.
doing an okay job. I'm gonna be working on it, but not tomorrow, because tomorrow was a day of
Tomorrow
rest.
is a day of rest, correct. Yeah, well.
And Monday,
That's all right. I can
I'll
take
be
up the
cleaning.
slack tomorrow. No, I don't give a shit. Anyway,
I
Bane, what's
do.
on your mind? You gotta unmute up here. You gotta unmute.
Nothing, bro. I'm just watching it.
Yeah. So did you think she would ever come back?
No, I didn't.
Surprise, surprise, Sergeant Carter. She's back. I held out hope that she would, and she did.
Who come back?
You! You! Now we gotta do is detox you. Get you off all these damn medicines that Kentucky and Alabama put you under. Get you back to normal again. But she's doing a lot better today than she was when she first come home and did the hangout. So, but yeah, man, she was a mess. Your wife uses good influence, okay.
The video when she came home, she was like spaced out, man. It was like,
oh man, they well, I ain't gonna say much because I wasn't there obviously, but a lot of times they dope them up, throw them in a corner, and because they don't want to deal with them or they don't want to, whatever.
I think I can have some milk.
Well, drink you some milk. But yeah, she was, they obviously had her bad doped up. There's no doubt of that. But we'll get her regulated. The ointment is the sulfur too, not just ointment. I see. Did she wander off and get lost? Sort of, kinda. Am I taking her off the meds? No. What I'm doing is I'm going to try and get her on the right meds. All right. The only problem she had when she lived with me is she had a hoarding problem and she had anger issues. All right. But she does not need this. No, that's bullshit. Yes, it's true. She no longer has her anger issues, but holy shit, she's a fucking walking zombie. That ain't good either. Okay, so let's get her back to normal. Let's get her on the right meds instead of on the meds they've got her on, and fix the thing, right? I mean, they've got her on some pretty powerful shit, actually. And, we need to get her on the right things instead of the wrong things. But anyway, point is that she's doing a whole lot better now than she was on the earlier hangout. That's why I called this one Relaxation 2. And she has already posted a retraction on Facebook for what she said during Relaxation 1 because she did misspeak. I did not pull the gun out of the drawer. I pushed the gun out of the way to get to the screwdriver. So I did technically put my hand on the gun, but I never took it out of the fucking drawer. But she was so spaced out in Relaxation 1, she would have said anything. All right? If Alan Funt would have come out from behind a fucking curtain and said, "This is your life, Andrea," she would have said, "Oh, great." You know. No, I would never hurt my wife. That's correct. I would never hurt my wife. That's correct. I have no intention. You don't repair a marriage by hurting the wife. Hello? This should be a no-brainer, right? And I have been trying from day one to restore my marriage. But yeah, she did actually wander off. Her bus. I don't know the full story on it, but I think her bus. She got on the wrong bus, or her bus took a detour, or whatever. And So there was a problem with that, but yes, I use pop culture references. Do you know why I do that? I do that so that people will remember them. They'll remember what I say. Yes, Alan Font was with Candid Camera. That's correct. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, I was reading the Christian mystery.
Reading Christian mysteries, okay. Well, nothing wrong with that, I don't guess.
Bork, 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 bork.
Yeah, burp, 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 burp. Oh, gosh.
Man, I gotta get a camera for this computer.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do indeed. Tell us another stupid story. Oh, that's bannable. Yeah. See ya. Bye. See ya. Jesus, what an idiot. Nothing.
Who's you kicking out?
Just a troll, honey. Calm down.
Who was it?
I don't know. Somebody's Warlord's hairline. What the fuck, man? That's a weird ass name anyway.
It's probably a warlord troll.
Yeah. Warlord
Or
troll.
on
Thing?
Vaughn.
Is
Yeah.
there such a thing as a warlord troll? I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, warlord, or I think his name is United American or something like that on Vaughn. He goes,
Oh, he's a broadcaster like myself?
yeah, he's a broadcaster on Vaughn.
Gotcha. And he's one of his trolls. I got
Yeah,
you.
that's
Right.
one. You know how they jump around.
All this deep Christian stuff will eventually grate on you. Oh, it already has, trust me. It already has, trust me. But that's okay. I mean, you know, she is my wife. I love her. And if she wants to be a Christian, I'm going to let her be a Christian.
We've got the Slim Jim in here.
He isn't known as Warlord anymore. He's known as United American. The FBI made him change his name. Okay.
Yeah, if you go in there and call him warlord, he'll probably ban you automatically.
Well, why did the FBI make him change his name, though? What's so significant about the word warlord that he had to change his name?
I don't think it's in his head.
Okay. Space Cadet.
He's out there.
Yeah, he's out there. All right.
They didn't want him to declare war on the government, man.
They wanted to declare war on the government. Well, there you go. There you go. Oh well.
I like that lampshade, Vaughn, with the sticker on it. It's like the fixed stars, man. You and that lampshade. It's unchanging in a changing world.
Yeah. Unchanging.
What is the price on that thing, by the way?
What is the price on it? I don't know, actually. Let me go check. It doesn't say.
Where's it from?
It's from Better Homes and Gardens.
Oh.
Empire.
You know what you should do is take that little tag and move it around different places in different videos and see if people actually notice, because they will.
Oh, check this out.
Yeah, he could put it on his peanut butter jar.
Made in China. Removal of this tag under penalty of
By law.
penalty of law. That's right. Can't remove the tag under penalty of law. Oh, my God. I knew they did lampshades, but I didn't know they did it for lampshades. So there you go. Now you have all been properly enlightened. Okay, so there you go.
The lampshade's made out of mattress.
Yep.
Well, there you go, man. That's it. That's it. Suddenly,
That's the material that lights on fire if you cut the tag.
there you go, man. There you go. It just flames on. Suddenly, vaping is unchristian, and she will want you to stop. Well, yeah. Granted, she's way out there on a tree limb somewhere, but I don't think she's that far gone yet. At least not yet. But I'm hoping to reel her back in. I've got her talking to actual Christians instead of whoever the hell she was talking to get her reeled back into real Christianity. You know, real Christianity I can deal with. This crazy shit, no, I can't. But she'll be fine.
What sect is it? Like some super church stuff?
I have no clue, dude. She's talking all kinds of crazy shit. She can only wear cotton, you know, which isn't even biblical. 100% cotton. You heard her. Okay, 100% cotton. I have no idea where the hell she got that from. There's absolutely no biblical basis for it whatsoever. Sheep use wool, not cotton. But anyway, you know.
It says you can't mix fibers, but of course, I mean, that means no polyester. That doesn't mean no wool or no other fiber as long as you don't mix it with something else. I thought, anyway.
Yeah, but see, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's just.
Yeah, Crystal's back.
Yep.
Hello?
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back.
I had to talk so loud because I can't hear. I can't hear.
Sounds like you're having a party over there.
First of all, if you're having a party, go ahead and
can
have
I?
a party.
Where's...
If you're having a party, Crystal, go on
Can you
ahead.
hold that for me real quick?
That's what we're trying to do.
If you're having a party,
Will it work?
have a party.
Protein, vegetable protein, a snack. Fucking goddamn, eat a salad. Eat a salad with everything on it.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
Is it
It's
on
gotta
the
eat like
phone?
Italian or balsamic. Or
Yeah,
no
something
ranch.
like, yeah.
You know the stuff in ranch that makes it white is the same.
No,
stuff
it's
in
supposed
paint
to-
that makes it white.
Sync up.
Salad
Yeah,
is garbage, man.
Oh God, she
I
has.
prefer like a Butterfinger.
Oh God, she has the automated like cat ears that move on their own.
Cat ears that move around. Yes. Yes, well, exactly right, Sensation. 100% cotton would mean that everything that you have would shrink, and as a result would no longer fit properly. Yes, that's correct. That's why you have mixed blends in fabric today, is so that they won't shrink, and that they won't tear, and that they won't fade, and shit like that. That's why they have mixed blends in clothing today, is just for that very reason. They won't shrink, they won't fade, they won't rip, you know, that sort of thing. In fact, there's even a type of clothing called ripstop clothing, where it's a blend of different fabrics specifically for the purpose of not being able to rip as easy. I don't know who told her these crazy off-the-wall Christian ideas, but I've got her talking to normal Christians, and hopefully they can reel her back in and get her situated. Because some of this stuff is just off the wall, man. Okay, yeah, let me go on ahead and address that, Nebraska. I will go on ahead and address that. I told Andrea to check on Liela because Liela is not allowed in Fun Live. If they see Liela on camera, I get banned. And that is why I had Andrea to take care of Liela, and that is why I refused Liela from coming into the room. Is because if Liela had come into the room and had shown up on camera, Miss Scruffy on Bon Live would have banned my account. Do you understand? Okay, that's why. It wasn't because I was putting my show before my children. It wasn't because I was putting my show before my wife. It was because if Liela had come into the room, Miss Scruffy would have banned my account. Now, I'm hoping that you are intelligent enough to understand this, okay? It has nothing to do with putting my show before my family or my wife or my kids. It has to do with the fact that Miss Scruffy was going to ban my account. Do you understand? Okay, so I want this to be the last time we ever discuss this stupidity. Is that clear? I do not put a TV show or a video or a hangout or whatever before my family. It was just the fact that Miss Scruffy was on the warpath. She was wanting to ban my account. and I had to keep my children out of here so that she wouldn't see them on cam and ban me, okay? All right, now I'm glad we got that out of the way. But why did the show have to supersede? The show, okay, listen, all right, I have been a professional DJ for years, all right? And when you're a DJ, you have to focus on what you're doing. It doesn't mean that I'm shutting my wife out. It doesn't mean that I'm being belligerent to my wife. It doesn't mean that I'm being disrespectful to my wife. It's just that I have to, when I'm doing a show, I need to focus. I need to be able to concentrate on what I'm doing, okay? That doesn't mean I'm shutting my wife out. It just means that I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing, all right? But that, you know, this bullshit that he cares more about the internet than he cares about his wife. What a load of horseshit that is. What a load of horseshit that is. The last Easter before she left, I went to Easter 3 fucking days in a row because she wanted it. But see, the trolls didn't say that, did they? No. They showed the argument we had before I went to Easter with them, but it's funny, they left out the part where I actually capitulated and went to Easter with her 3 fucking days in a row. They left that part conveniently out of their videos. Isn't that interesting? Now, why is that? Why did they leave that part out? Use your brain. Use your brain. Think for a minute. Why did they leave that part out? Why did they cut off the part where I capitulated and went to Easter with my wife 3 fucking days in a row? Why did they leave that part out? Use your brain. All right. Anyway, hey Manic, how you doing? Let me set you up here. Hang on. All right, you are hot.
Oh God, here we go.
Don't worry, I'm not that drunk yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
What's your drink of choice, man?
Alcohol.
Give her time.
Night.
Huh? Hey, I'm wearing my new dad shirt, man, from 2011. So
There you go.
I'm styling, man. Hey, I could, you know, hey trolls, look, I've been wearing the shirt since 2011. Make sure you get it on video, you dumb fuckers. Make sure you get it on video, you dumb motherfuckers. I've been wearing the shirt since 2011. There's your proof right there, Secular. You dumb fuck, you Canadian fucker. I've been wearing it since 2011, and you got the proof right there. There you go, make you a video, you dumb son of a bitch. Go make
It has that new dad smell.
All he has to do now.
Smell, that's right. Yeah.
You made it so simple for him. All he has to do now is stop the video.
I know, I made it
I've been
so
wearing this shirt since 2011. That's all he has to do.
I mean, there it is right there. I've been wearing the motherfucker since 2011, and it's even got the new dad smell. There you go. All right, we're all done. Make a video about it, you dumb motherfuckers.
Them damn trolls are fucking crazy.
They are. They got no lives. Ain't that right, Bane? Oh, God. Why is spending Easter something you didn't want to do? Hey, dumbass, do you really believe you have to celebrate Easter 3 days in a row, or are you a fucking moron? Get out of my room, okay? You're making my brain hurt. Get the fuck out of my room. You're obviously too goddamn stupid. Get the fuck out of my room. You're an idiot. Go away. Jesus fucking Christ. Any moron should know you don't have to celebrate Easter 3 fucking days in a row. Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out of my room. You're a moron. God damn. I got all kinds in this fucking hangout, man. I got all kinds. Get the fuck out of here, idiot. Jesus
Hey, you mind if I ask a quick question?
Go for it.
I was just kind of curious what the docket was tonight, like what we were looking at, what we're gonna kind of like discuss tonight.
Just an open forum, man. Just an open forum. Whatever's on your mind.
I was reading up on the anonymous forums, and they were talking about this Project Bluebeam. I was wondering if anybody's heard anything about that yet. I found it really interesting.
Yeah, Bluebeam. Well, allegedly they have the technology to. Well, okay. Let me back up. All right, when the idea of Project Bluebeam first hit the interwebs, everybody's like, "Oh, the government ain't got no way of doing that shit, man. They ain't got no way of doing that shit." And then let's see, what was it? I I think it was a famous ball player. They had him on stage, and he was out in the audience. Well, he was on the walkway above the audience, but he was reaching down. He was shaking their hands. He was talking to them, interacting with them. You know, you know how they do, right? They go out, they go out on a little walkway there, and they're, looking down, shaking their hands, and kissing babies and whatever, right?
I've seen the platform before.
All right, so this famous ball player, is out there doing that, right? He's interacting with the crowd. Poof! He fucking disappears. And everybody's like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Guy comes out from behind the curtain and says, you've just been introduced to a hologram.
Yeah, it was really impressive looking stuff, too, when I saw it on TV.
Scared the fuck out of everybody, man, because they were not expecting that shit. I mean, he was shaking their hands, he was kissing babies, he was, all that shit, interacting with them. And I
didn't know they were able to physically touch. I didn't see any of that, but I mean, it looked like they were able to just, kind of.
He was
looked like a
interacting,
hologram, basically, but it looked realistic.
No, he was interacting with them, from what I was told. He was actually interacting with them, shaking their hands, kissing babies, patting people on the back, etc., whatever, and people were touching him.
I'm sorry.
Freaked out about the whole blue beam, projecting Jesus coming back or some shit.
That is the thing. They're saying, hey, if they can put a fucking ball player on stage and make him real to where the people can actually touch him and interact with him, then they could do the same thing with fucking Jesus. They can make Jesus appear in the air and claim it's real and, deceive billions of people with that shit. Right?
Pretend there's an alien invasion,
or
too.
They could pretend there's an alien invasion. That's right. They could do anything with that shit.
That's fine, but no reptilians, please.
Well, it even got more interesting. They were talking about like some microwave. I don't know if anybody saw the video that goes on in the anonymous forum. There's actually one in the G+ anonymous, and they do regular updates.
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually talking about microwaving messages into the brain, that kind of stuff too.
Well,
what's to stop
them from doing it? That's right. What's to stop them from doing it? You've seen them. New York's got them sound cannons. They've put them out on the street. They use the sound cannons to disperse the crowds. Remember seeing them big ass thing, big round disc with a fucking pipe in the middle of it? They point it at the fucking crowd, and the crowd disperses because it hurts their ears.
Well, my understanding of this was they're actually projecting it straight into your brain, like you hear it in your head.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Well, the thing of it is, they could modify that to where that it could get inside your head. Yeah. Why couldn't they? Why couldn't they modify that shit? I would think they could.
It's got some interesting implications, I think.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course.
I'll step back for a little bit and let y'all talk.
That's all right, man. That's all right. No problem. But yeah, I mean, certainly. And like I said, up until when the idea of Bluebeam first come out, everybody poo-pooed the idea. But when they had that hologram that was actually interacting with the crowd, shaking hands, holding and kissing on babies, and all this other shit, and then it just goes poof right off the fucking stage. I mean, it wigged people out. It wigged me out even. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this, You
got some kind of search terms or a video or something? Because I really want to see that shit.
There was a video on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there or not.
I have a video that I can get y'all. I'll be right back with it. I'll link it into your G+.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds pretty,
it was
Timothy
crazy.
Trespass?
What, Manic?
Timothy Trespass. He has a channel on YouTube, and him and Petra, they believe that they are being drugged and brainwashed, voice to skull, all kinds of insects getting in their skin. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you can you can get a psychotropic drug that'll make you think you're in heaven, or make you think you're in hell, or anything like that. You know, I mean,
Where's that drug? I'd like to take it.
they can give you all kinds of psychotropic drugs that'll make you think or feel whatever you want. You know, I mean, whatever they want. In other words, I mean,
I
it's
think the
obvious.
government is in cahoots to have us brush our tongues. You don't need to do that. Also, those buttons on crosswalks, they don't really work.
Not anymore, they don't, no. Well, no, I take that back. In smaller towns, smaller intersections in smaller towns, they do still work. But the newer, well, the bigger cities and stuff, yeah, they don't fucking work. They don't do shit anymore.
Yeah. How is Jerry?
That's what they want you to think.
Until you sit there and it doesn't move until you hit the button. Although I will say, hitting the button more than once does nothing.
How does a hologram shake someone's hand? Okay, there is new technology concerning holograms that will actually allow you to interact with them. In fact, there's a video on YouTube of the Japanese company that invented it. And yes, you can actually interact with a hologram. Yes, you can.
True.
Like they just introduced, in a way, hoverboards.
Yeah, there was
hoverboards.
It was really bizarre because there was a release notes on some I was on some tech website, and they were going to release something. I forget now what it was they were going to release. They were going to release some new type of technology, and everybody's like, "I want my damn hoverboard, and I want it now." From Back to the Future.
Yeah.
They want their hoverboard from Back to the Future, man.
Well, the thing is, they have the technology for it. It just involves you have to have a metal floor for it, and the things cost like 10 grand, basically.
Yeah.
And right now they don't have any power to them. They're just you just float in one direction.
That reminds me of the game F-Zero from Nintendo 64.
Well, the thing of it is, they don't need a direction. You're supposed to use your other foot. You're supposed to have one foot on the hoverboard and use your other foot to kick with, and then that's how you go where you want to go. The problem is
stabilization, and when you go to kick, you just...
Right, well, my question is that once you get the fucker going, how do you stop? That's my question. How do you stop the damn thing?
Did somebody say that you can't interact with a hologram?
You can interact.
Well, I get this, but I'm saying, did somebody say you can't?
Somebody did, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's bullshit. I've made out with a few Pokemon cards.
Dude.
Link to help Andrea know. Oh, here's a link to help Andrea know that it's okay not to wear clothing that's not 100% cotton, and it's a Christian link. Alrighty, I will take your link, and I will.
She's under the new covenant.
Well, I keep telling her she's under the new covenant, but she's still on this cotton-only kick, and I don't even know where the hell she got it. She told me she got it from Freemasonry, so maybe she did.
I heard that Orthodox Jew women, they can't wear zippers or something?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. That's still like that over in the Middle East. I don't know.
Then you have apostolics who women never cut their hair and only wear dresses. And
those dresses suck.
All kinds of shit like that.
I know Pythagoras only wore wool.
Yeah.
Just interject real quick, guys. I dropped that link for you. It is in your post for the chat, for the hangout.
Thank you. Andrea, I'm sending a link to your Facebook PM on that mixed clothing thing to clarify it, all right? Oh, she ain't even there. Must have went. Our bathroom here is plugged up, so we gotta go all the way to the other bathroom, 70 feet that way to use the other bathroom. So she's way back there. She probably
You need
didn't.
a couple of walkie-talkies.
I'm telling you, man. It's a narrow trailer, but it's very long. So I mean, you know, it's like I said, it's a 70-footer. So, you know, we're literally, you know, a long ways away from each other right now. You know, everybody that was one thing. Oh, well, how can he play all that music at night? He's going to keep his kids away. My kids are 70 feet away from me. They're not going to hear shit.
Oh, never mind. That's a mouse. Never mind. Mouse is at the computer.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was one of the kids coming in. It's like, oh, fun.
No, they're asleep, dude. They're asleep.
She could wear linen, presumably. I don't know. Maybe she insists cotton.
Andrea, I sent a link to your Facebook PM on that mixed clothing thing to clarify it. You're welcome.
She doesn't even have to worry about pork either. She can still eat that.
I know, but she I guess it's going to, like I said, it's going to take time. She's listened to Freemasons. She's listened to all these extreme Christian groups. And
tell her not to get too caught up in the legalism.
Well, maybe so. But the point is that she's listened to all these fringe groups telling her all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't even apply in today's world. You know,
it's like the character that Chris Rock played in Dogma, Rufus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dogma was a good film.
That's a good movie.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have beliefs in the
Cotton's
religion.
nice,
Have
though.
an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the religion that says you have to wear flannel all day.
That would be the religion of loggers.
That's right.
There you go.
I thought flannel was a Kurt Cobain Seattle thing.
It's that too, for sure.
Did Jerry get his operation? No, he did not. No, I had to bump it back. But he is going for his hearing test on the 10th. And then shortly thereafter, on the 13th, he'll get his tongue fixed. And now you guys realize that once we clip his tongue, we won't be able to shut him up after that. So he'll be talking like crazy after that, hopefully.
He's gonna sing some opera.
Everything is happening all at one fell swoop, and I'm trying to get it all juggled, you know.
That'll be the interesting part, because probably if whatever they do with his tongue, you'll have to keep him from using it so much for a little while after the operation.
Yeah, well, actually I will. He'll probably have to, you know, be on a liquid diet or something temporary. Give him mince breakfast.
Yeah, but once he starts feeling better, he's going to start moving it, and he's probably not going to be allowed to move it for a little bit.
Vaughn and Jerry are going to be doing a duet before we know it.
Oh, God.
Oklahoma.
It's going to be doing I Got You, Babe.
Oklahoma.
I got you, babe. I got you, bitch.
Is Jerry autistic? I do not know. That's for experts to figure out.
Uh-oh. There goes somebody's phone.
Yeah, there goes the phone. I knew I forgot to do something before I started this damn thing.
Put him on, Vaughn. We.
Whoa, her name was.
So have you guys heard anything new interesting lately? Like, I've been watching a lot of these interesting little theories going on. I'm just kind of curious to hear what y'all been running into lately.
No, I just did a little search and I found an article I posted in the site there. Thousands of relics discovered from an ancient Mexican city.
I don't know who tried to call you then. It wasn't us.
I couldn't tell you
Go
what.
ahead, sorry.
I'm in. There's so many.
It's says the city's most impressive building is undoubtedly the Pyramid of the Sun, which is the third largest pyramid in the world.
Yeah, true. I'd like to go there someday.
Is there anything significant about it? I mean, like, I'm kind of into these little theories and stuff like that. I don't know how I feel about them, but, you know, I like to keep up with them to find them pretty interesting.
I don't know. Apparently, they found it back in 2003, but um, it says like it was reconstructed by archaeologists some time ago, but it's believed they made a mistake and rebuilt this particular structure with the wrong number of levels. So it might not even actually be correctly third largest pyramid in the world originally. The archaeologists might have added more shit to it than they should have. I'm just like reading a little bit about it here.
This might be like beginner shit for you, Slim Jim, but do you know about the phantom time hypothesis?
Not really familiar with it. No, I don't do a whole lot of research, but I do try to keep up as much as possible.
I'm pretty sure if you Google phantom time hypothesis, something would come up about it. But in short, the idea is that the reason the Dark Ages are dark is because they didn't happen.
You should check out the Philadelphia experience.
Because they didn't happen, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Really, now it's 1732 or whatever.
Oh, so we're like 200 years behind or something?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to check out that theory.
Time didn't actually happen this time, or not time didn't actually happen, but like somebody who was in charge of opening time decided to move forward a couple hundred years.
Yeah, it's a figment of the historians, kind of just stories attributed to people and so forth. To where when it was 300, they thought it was 500, and they were telling stories about people in 200, when really then was 200, kind of thing, I guess.
Okay.
My favorite
kind of
conspiracy theory that was fact was MK Ultra mind control. That was trippy.
Yeah,
that actually goes back to the blue thing I was talking about.
Anytime anybody mentions MK Ultra, I think of Mortal Kombat.
And it's all true.
Henry Murray, who was part of MK Ultra, he's who the psychology department at Harvard's named after. He had a Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, as a guinea pig in one of his experiments.
For real?
What a shot.
I mean, it wasn't like him getting him drugs and brainwashing him. It was more like him inflicting narcissistic wounds on Ted Kaczynski with a bright light in his face. But
oh, gee,
still.
That's really going to improve things, right?
Yeah.
That didn't make a big difference on him, did it?
Oh, that couldn't possibly throw him over the edge, right? Come on, Jesus.
I would have liked some of their LSD though, back in the 50s or 60s.
Oh yeah. No, there was a lot of that too, for sure. Where they would, give someone LSD and put them in a box, thinking they'd. It was because the Soviets and the Chinese would get people to confess by torturing them, but we didn't think they tortured them, so we thought, what? They must have some miracle drug or something.
And then, of course, after World War II, they brought all the Nazis over to start NASA, along with the mind control.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the videos about the Russian scientists who took like a group of people and tested them with like some kind of like nerve gas or something like that, and waited until they?
I think that's the sleep experiment.
Yeah, the
Russian.
Yeah.
Russians in the gas. That whole story was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they put them in a damn chamber for like 15 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that ape shit, and they wanted to stay in the dark. They wouldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Well, the Russians also used sound waves. They did that shit back in the 40s, man. They
did that in their thing too, in the experiments.
They mounted a sound wave gun on top of one of their buildings, and they pointed it at the U.S. Embassy to see if they could manipulate all the people in the U.S. Embassy. That was back in the 40s. You can imagine what they've got now.
And TV was Nazi Germany, actually. Now we're being bombarded by propaganda.
Well, yeah.
The
If
part
they got
is,
people back in the 40s, you could just imagine what they're doing today.
yeah. Well, at least the thing is, there's a lot more news agencies waking up and saying, "Hey, what the fuck is this shit?" You know. And they're
Exactly.
reporting on like 60% of the people don't trust the government and all
Mm.
kinds of shit like that.
They lie
Another
to
kind
you.
of
You can see the declassified documents where they secretly sprayed all kinds of, horrible chemicals over San Francisco and everything, making people sick. Then they suppressed the cure for syphilis or whatever against the black people and everything else.
Mhm. Well, if you remember, the woman that started Planned Parenthood was a extreme racist, and some people even claim she had ties with Nazi Germany. But the point is, she was an extreme racist, Margaret Sanger, and one of her purposes for starting Planned Parenthood was to wipe out the Negro race, to literally wipe them out, genocide.
And she was also a supportive person for eugenics as
Yes,
well.
he was a eugenicist. That's correct. And a lot of people do not know that about, all these women going to Planned Parenthood. Oh, I'm going to Planned Parenthood. I'm going to help myself. No, you're supporting genocide by supporting these assholes, man. They're eugenicists. They support genocide.
In
You
a way,
know.
I kind of support sterilization because you have women with Down syndrome who
Mm,
don't know what the fuck's going on, and
mhm,
guys are screwing them, taking
mhm,
advantage of them, and they're getting pregnant, you
mhm,
know.
mhm. Yeah, but that's not. That's yeah, but I mean, Sanger was very clear about what her beliefs was, and it wasn't just to sterilize people; it was to commit genocide. She wanted to wipe them out.
And that's what inspired Adolf Hitler actually, because America was the first people to come up with the whole eugenicist, thing, and that's what inspired Hitler to do the same thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not down to Hitler or anything.
We know that,
Okay.
you
Greg.
know,
You're talking.
Slim Jim. Another kind of thing you might be interested in. I don't know. If you look up the book Where Troy Once Stood, it's an idea that I don't know. Seems like you might be into kind of like an alternative history kind of thing, and it's an idea that the events of the Iliad and the Odyssey took place in England, which would be very different than most people think.
Yeah, Alice Harper says, I know
It's
for
even
a
there.
fact.
I'll take a look at
Alice Harper over on Vaughn Live says, I know for a fact that Virgin Galactic is being sabotaged to keep people from flying above the Kármán line and discovering the last Skylord Stephen talks about is real. I don't know if the sky. Listen, I proposed a theory in my Mysterious Voice 2012 video, where that we might actually be on board a ship. We're going to a new planet, but we're not there yet. We're still on board a ship, and as a result, everything we see around us is a hologram.
What I heard is that everything is a hologram, including ourselves. I mean,
Right.
if you're part of that hologram, how the hell are you going to tell what else is a hologram when you're in it?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you're interacting in it, you're going to believe everything around you is real, even though it may not be.
I think. Well, anyway, sorry. I get that, whatever. The external world could be an illusion, all that, but why are we on a spaceship?
Going to another planet. Our planet was destroyed. According to ancient Tibetan writings, Tiamat, the ancient Earth, was struck by a large planet killer and was obliterated, and that is one of the reasons why we have the asteroid field, allegedly.
Okay.
And likewise, when Tiamat was struck, Mars was also struck, and at the time, Mars was co-orbiting the Sun with Tiamat in the Goldilocks zone, and therefore Mars was lush and green. And it got hit by one of the. It either got hit by a piece of Tiamat or it got hit by another satellite, and as a result, it got that gash on its side and was flung out into a new orbit whereby all life on Mars perished. But allegedly Mars was lush and green at one time.
I don't think this is a whole spaceship thing or whatever. I think everything's an illusion. The only truth is God. We are part and parcel of God. And I'm sorry if I offended any atheists.
No, like I said, it was just something I threw out there, man. I just, I thought it would, be it.
Well,
But you never know. You never know. I mean, it would be pretty weird. But apparently, according to this person, that they're not going to let the X project, which is about getting into space, they're not going to let them succeed, because if they get up too high, they'll find out the shit's fake as hell. So I don't know.
There's this whole belief that the Earth, I mean, at least the material world, is controlled by the Demerge. Some people see it as Satan or an imperfect God who created the material prison that we're locked into right now. And only by death is the doorway, and we can go back to the true unknowable Father of light. But I mean, that's what I've been reading lately.
Pythagoras connected the idea of
is there any
the body, which is soma in Greek, with sema, which is tomb.
All right, Butane, you are hot. Go ahead. Butane, you have to unmute up here. We can't have no wallflowers in here. I've only got 10 slots. I gotta use them. All right, there you go. Say something, Butane. Enlighten us with your profound wisdom.
Hey, how's it going?
Here we go.
Sorry about that. I
That's
had
right.
everything. I'm new to this whole thing, and I gotta say I kind of like what you guys are talking about with the whole you guys you never really know what the government is up to, really, with all these, like you were saying before, MK Ultra projects, experiments on all of its citizens, trying to hide it from everyone.
Well,
Just,
we have the government's own documents where they used Agent Orange on American civilians to tested it on American civilians. We have actual government documentation. Yes. Yes, Manic? Did you say something?
In Vietnam as well, Agent Orange was spread all over the damn place.
Right. Yeah, but it was tested on America's own civilians right here. It was tested right here in America on civilians.
And what about the syphilis experiments?
Right, syphilis experiments. Yeah, that's right. There was all kinds of crazy shit done, man. Project Northwoods, anybody?
Right.
Yeah, they purposely didn't they purposely infect a whole bunch of black people with syphilis, and they suppressed the cure.
They did. It's documented.
Yeah, it's all classified. You could find it on the net and everything. I mean, not that everything is true on the internet. But
Government also invented AIDS to AIDSify the world.
Oh yeah, biological weapons.
Well, you notice how now they're saying, there's these dangerous Van Allen belts that are surrounding the Earth, and if you go out beyond Earth, man, you're gonna turn into a pile of goo on the floor of your spaceship. Why are they saying all this shit, man? They're saying this shit because they don't want us to go out there and find out what's really going on, whether it be fake or whether it be a new planet or whatever. They don't want us going up there, man.
Rothschilds.
Trying to stop the common man from pogo sticking up to space.
We don't want the normal people to advance. We are cows to them.
That's right. Well, they call us useless eaters. That's the term.
Yeah, exactly.
Useless eaters. That's
like Bill Gates. He's one of those D-bags, right?
Bill Gates is one of them. Bill Gates got live in front of a whole audience, got up there and said, yeah, we need to kill 90% of the human population on Earth. And he actually got a standing ovation for that shit. It's like, what? Are people
That's
dense?
actually something I wanted to discuss with you guys. Has anyone seen the TV show Utopia yet?
No.
It's
no.
it's a British utopia. You're familiar with how they like to do this whole pre kind of thing, you know, like they do something in the media and then it happens a little while later on. Like, have you heard of them doing, like, I forget what they call it, but they show it in the media a couple times, you know, like a TV show or something, and then they put it into reality, and it's kind of like prep show.
Google that, 'cause I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it
The
either.
Utopia show, the whole idea behind it is instead of wiping out everyone, what they do is they create a disease, much like Ebola, which I thought was kind of funny. And it turns out they're just gassing people to make it look like they have symptoms of Ebola, ultimately to get them to take a vaccine, which makes them infertile, ultimately. There's part of it mixed into the food system, and the activator is in the vaccine. And I've been putting some things together, and it looks like that might be what they're playing here in America right now.
Yeah, very well could be.
They has to be undercover with that shit, man, because most people don't want to be sterilized.
Think about all the crap in our food. I did some research, and male virility has dropped by 90% over the last 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
And they've been doing a lot of crap with our food lately, and I think the last push might just be to get us to take these vaccines because of the Ebola.
Yeah.
Really, just a scare tactic to get us to take the vaccine. I thought it was a really interesting concept.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
Monsanto for bringing GMOs into the picture.
The next people to get Ebola will be the Arabs.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. All right, I got a video I'm going to play, so y'all need to be quiet for a little bit. But I want you to hear this video, because this video is going to scare the shit out of you.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, get it. Yeah. If you want to get a soda or get a smoke or whatever you want to do, get it now. Because I'm gonna roll this bad boy, and you all are gonna shit bricks. But I will wait. I'll wait for Manic. I'll wait till your love comes down. Van Halen, anybody?
Getting my brick toilet paper.
Yep. Get your Braille toilet paper so that you can be ready to go. You're gonna shit bricks over this video. I did. I thought it was pretty interesting. I would think it would, yes. That's kind of the point, is that it hurts. Yeah, that's kind of the point.
That's how the pyramids were made.
There you go. That's it. The truth comes out, man.
You're going to have to excuse me because I ain't going to shit a brick. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's right. I don't blame you. All right, anyway, here we go. Let's roll this beautiful bean footage. Here we go. Oops, wrong one. That's not what I wanted to do. Shit. There we go.
The following information was recently sent to us by a very concerned reader. This is Deagle.com, and the information that you're about to see is absolutely mind-blowing. As you can see here, Deagle takes their information from a lot of government links and sources, including the U.S. Coast Guard, the Department of Defense, the government, United States Air Force, Army, Marines, U.S. Navy, sources U.S. DOD, Department of State, CIA, World Bank, and the European Union. Deagle lists pertinent facts for 209 countries, including gross domestic product in U.S. dollars, millions, military expenditures, the power purchase parity in U.S. dollars, as well as the U.S. dollar. We have 209 countries ranked. What you're going to see here for the U.S. is going to blow your mind. As you can see, we got U.S. 2013 information, population 316 million, 33 inhabitants per square mile, a gross domestic product of $17 trillion, and a military budget of $726 billion. Let's go down to the forecast for 2025. What do we got? How did we get from 316 million in 2013 to a forecast of 69 million in 2025? This is for the U.S. from Deagle. The gross domestic product drops from 17 trillion to 921 billion, and purchase power parity from 52,800 to 8,885. The GDP per capita. Why are they forecasting our GDP per capita going from 52,838 to 13,328? This, if anybody has a good explanation for this, please let America know. How are we going to be going from 316 million inhabitants in 2013 to 69 million inhabitants forecast for 2025? That is the question of the day. Now, for those who think this is some kind of mistake, we can go check out some other countries. We're going to go ahead and look at China. China goes from 1.4 billion to forecast for 2025, 1.4 billion. Our concerned reader is from Norway. Norway's interesting as well. In Norway, they expect the population to drop from 5.1 million to 1.9 million, a GDP drop of 516 billion to 73 billion. What's going on here? Russia also nicely stays almost the same, 143 million, dropped down to 135 million. Their military budget goes from 94 billion to 124 billion. So you can see Russia's military expenditures are also going to be going up, while the US's will drop amazingly. So one more time, we're looking at the United States of America forecast from Deagle.com. Somehow, they expect, our government and military expect our population to drop from 316 million in 2013 to 69 million in 2025. That's a huge difference. Where is it all going to be coming from? Where's everybody going to go? Where is everybody going to go? Is this proof of that conspiracy theory called depopulation? How is America going to get from 316 million to 69 million, and our military budget from 726 billion to $8 billion? I don't have the answers. I'm hoping that there are a lot of people out there much more smart than me that can give us the answers that we need. All right, that's it. Peace.
All right, and there you have it. Now, like the guy said, this website is not a government website, but they use government sources. All right, everything he just told you is from a government website, either a military website or a government website. So it's all sourced, it's all facts. It's not, it's not a conspiracy website or anything like that. This is actual documents from the government saying that we are going to suffer a 78% decrease in population here in the United States by 2025.
But also, what has the government actually gotten right before, though?
A lot of people who are hurting their own children, molesting their own children, they have no business having children.
Right. Well,
breed recklessly.
Right. Well, my point though is this: where's all the, like he said in that document? Where's all them people going? Let me get out of this full screen here. There we go. Where's all these people going? I mean, 78% of the United States population is going to disappear by 2025. Where the hell are they going?
Yeah,
cancer, really.
I don't know. I call bullshit on that.
Well, it's
even if it is government numbers.
It's from the these are from government websites, dude. This is information compiled from government websites.
Get rid of
Now,
anybody.
wait a minute though. So you're talking about the government who also can't budget post office?
Are they all going to Canada?
Budget Social Security? They can't, you know.
Or
These are the same people that started spending before they even made a budget for 2013 and 14. Remember, Congress still doesn't really have a budget. They never made one.
Absolutely not. They can just spend and spend and spend. I mean, money's made out of thin air. It don't freaking really matter. We're the ones who are the slaves to the monetary system. And people believe it.
Yeah, especially that Warburg guy. They don't say enough about him.
Well, I mean, okay, look. Here's the thing. I mean, you got a lot of financial analysts out there that are saying that by 2025, we're not going to be, we're not predicted to make a lot of money in 2025 because of a decrease in surplus population. So where are all these people going?
Well, if you were to go to my YouTube,
to the bottom of the ocean.
You can make your own composting toilets. You can make your own little tiny houses. They're not that hard to build. It takes work, obviously, but you can make your own tiny house, and you'll never own rent or mortgage or none of that bullshit. You can still make it.
Also, I think part of that is all the baby boomers.
Well, that's what they're saying on Bond Live. They're saying, relax, Bond, it's just all the baby boomers dying off.
And we're not replacing kids like, my grandmother had like 10 kids. People aren't doing that anymore,
Not
in the numbers they used to.
That's what I was trying to get at
no
earlier.
kids or one or two,
Right.
Usually most people stop around 2 kids.
And that's not enough. That actually creates a deficit. You have to have at least 3 kids in order to come out on top. Otherwise, you're creating a deficit.
Though. I mean, think about it. I mean, you have compassion for the next sentient being that you create and force life upon.
Right.
We have nursing homes. We have plenty of RNs, LPNs, CNAs. They're doing their best. It's the best employment you can go into to take care of the elderly.
Right. Well, that's what they're saying on Bond Live. Is just relax, Bond. That's just the baby boomers all dying off. Okay, well, all right. Granted, and the baby boomers do account for a huge number of the population. That's not in dispute. But does it rise to the level of 78% of the population? I don't know if I want. I don't think it's that much, guys. The baby boomers are a huge chunk of our population, no question. There's no disputing that. But 78%, I don't know. I don't know if I could say that, man.
It was the 50s, man.
Well, then you throw the elderly in there too.
It was going to be prosperous forever after World War II, so they decided to pop a lot of kids.
Manic, that's looking like some sludgy vodka. Is it like mixed with Coke or something?
I know, right? It's horrible. I ran out of pop.
As far as we were talking about earlier with the whole infertility thing, that's actually exactly what that Utopia story was telling, which I found really creepy. They got to pick a race that would survive. Only one race was going to be able to breed at the end of the show, or at the end of the, when they hit their end game. And ironically enough, the race that I thought it was really interesting, they said they were gypsies, but they had the tattoo. The guy had the tattoo from a concentration camp. I think it was obviously like an alliteration towards the Jewish nation, or like Hebrews, Jews, like their bloodline. It was really, really creepy and interesting.
But now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Gypsies were in the camps too.
Well, now wait a minute.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, though. The Book of Revelation says that Israel will be destroyed, and as the last Jew is about to be killed, and that's when Jesus appears in the sky. That's what Revelation says.
Yeah, I think we should send all Jews to Israel.
Can't be the Jews. If the Jews are going to get wiped out, according to the book of Revelations, it couldn't be the Jews. They're going to be wiped out. It says as the last Jew is about to be killed, he looks up he sees Jesus, and he weeps as one weeps for a brother. That's what the book of Revelation.
I thought,
I'm sorry, I beg to differ. I know Revelations pretty well.
Vaughn, don't you think all the Jews should be sent to Israel? At least all the ones who are not loyal to America.
Yes, I think if you're not loyal to America, you need to get the fuck out of my country.
Well, I mean, you know, say they're dual citizens of Israel and America. Then they should go to Israel.
Well, our founding fathers frowned on dual citizenship, and for damn good reason, because if you have split loyalty between two different countries, that makes for problems. It really does. You know, you need to pick a side and stick with it, you know.
Well, I mean, as far as the fundy Christians go, they're all about Israel.
Right.
Yeah, but they're weird.
Well, they've been told, see, that Israel is significant in Christian prophecy, which, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe there's some significance to it. But, you know, aside from the fact that, you know, Jesus was a Jewish rabbi, I don't see any significance, really, but whatever.
Well, here's the deal. The Antichrist is supposed to sit on the throne in Israel. That's supposed to be where it happens. As a matter of fact, Israel is supposed to survive. There's going to be 144,000 of the elect taken, which is most referenced as being Jewish, like the good Jews or whatever you want to say. They get raptured, or they're the 144,000 elect. The rest remaining
144,000 of the 12 tribes.
Right, the 12 tribes. Right.
That's according to dispensationalists, anyway.
Well, here's my problem. Here's my problem with that. My problem with that is that not only have they rejected Jesus Christ, their Messiah, but they also rejected God numerous times in the Old Testament. I mean, we see now. I mean, just Moses taking them into the Promised Land alone, they rejected God, what, like 5-6 times or something? You know, so how can these guys even closely be considered the elite of God if they're constantly rejecting God all the time? That's my problem with it, you know. And then of course Jesus, they totally deny.
And did Adam or Eve have a navel?
Probably not, but I don't know.
I think there's more to it. The whole Garden of Eden was a spiritual world, and they got cast out and imprisoned into a material world, locked in like a prison.
That could be. That could be. It could have been spiritual. I mean, it said
platonic.
There's hell.
Well, it said. Well, now wait a minute. It said that they walked with God in the cool of the day. All right. Well, no flesh can see God and live. Right.
No, it's really weird. Is God put Adam asleep, but he never woke him up?
That's why us guys are brain dead to this very day. By God, there you go. Now you got the answer right there. I don't, you are right. I don't recall a scripture saying where he woke him back up, but whatever.
So God was going shit when he woke back up.
Yeah, exactly. He woke back up, and he shouldn't have done that. But yeah, it's there's a lot of questions and very few answers. And the more I research some of this, lesser discussed topics, the more questions I have, And that's just the way it is, I guess.
So really what it comes down to is not knowing is closest.
Yeah. I'd say if Jesus was God, then why did he smell?
Well, he was in a human body.
He would have been around the poor part of Palestine, and he would have been a stinky dude. He would have been a fishy smelling.
Here's the thing. Nobody can claim, according to the Jewish law, their laws, nobody can claim to be a son of God. All right, that's considered blasphemy in Judaism. However, the point is that if the power of God is flowing through you, then you would theoretically be a son of God. And Jesus even made the comment, he said, that when he comes back, he's going to make everybody like him. So if he was the Son of God, and he had the power of God flowing through him, and when he comes back, he's going to make us the sons of God, wouldn't that be blasphemy?
But what about that one scripture? You will all be gods.
You will all be gods, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There are people out there who believe there's one God, and it's the Jewish God, and Jesus was full of crap, but they're not Jews. Well, at least not full. Well, full of crap as far as being a god, anyway.
You know, Krishna means the same as Christ from the Hindu.
It does. It does indeed.
The anointed. And Christians really mean, oh God.
Well, that's what I tried to explain. That's what I was.
Little followers of Christ, really.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
Messiah means the same, and it's
right.
not Xmas, it's Chimus, like Christ. The CH in Greek is an X. Anyways.
That's what I was trying to explain to people, here a while back, because everybody, oh yeah, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. We got, everybody praise Jesus. Well, the problem is if you go to the Middle East and you say, I want to see Jesus Christ, I want to see where Jesus Christ walked, they're going to look at you funny. They're going to say,
Yeshua.
Who? Yeah, his name is not Jesus Christ. His name is Yeshua. Yeshua.
Oh, Yeshua or Ishu from the Hindu.
Yeah, Yeshua HaMashiach, or Yeshua ben Joseph, or Yosef. Yeah, that's who you say when you go to the Middle East and you want to see where Jesus Christ lived. They're going to look at you funny. They're going to say, who? Because Jesus is a made-up name, totally made up. And Christ means the anointed one. It isn't a name at all. Okay, so I mean, the whole thing about Jesus Christ is totally fallacious.
Yeah.
You want his real name, which is Yeshua HaMashiach, or Yeshua ben Yosef, and then you go say, hey, I want to know where Yeshua Yosef walked, and you'll say, oh, okay, right over here. They'll show you exactly where it's at. But you go there and say, I want to know where Jesus Christ walked, they're going to look at you funny. They're going to say, who? What? Because they don't. That's totally made up. It's all made up.
Oh my God, is that a hamster?
Yes. I believe it is. I believe that is a hamster.
I think it's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
Is it
it's a rabbit?
Yeah, it's a rabbit.
A bit of a digression, but I think Vaughn would like James Madison. He was like 5'4", 100 pounds. Sometimes Congress didn't even hear him. He was so little, but he could drink under the table and a fierce advocate of gun rights, and he could speak Hebrew. So he was a cool fellow.
If you ever want to get really close to the real scriptures, you have to know Hebrew and Greek.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah, you want to understand you need to know Hebrew and Greek. That is correct. That's correct. In fact, there's a lexicon out there called Strong's Concordance. And that's the whole purpose of Strong's Concordance, is it gets you the actual Hebrew and the actual Greek for what is written in the King James Bible, and then that allows you to better understand what they really meant. For example, it says, thou shalt not kill. Well, if you go to the original Hebrew and Greek, that's not true. It says, thou shalt not murder. Okay, so there's well, what's the difference, Vaughn? Well, there's a major difference between kill and murder. There's a big difference between those two words, But the
Testament deal.
I believe that one's in the Hebrew.
I believe that one's in
I don't know that, but
I like old Testament justice, though. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Well, an eye for an eye actually comes from Hammurabi's code, and it wasn't saying like, if I pluck your eye out, you should pluck mine out. It's more a principle of just compensation. It's for courts, the balance of the scales of justice. It's saying, an eye's worth for an eye. As in, if you pluck my eye out, I could go to court, I could sue you and get 1,000 shekels because you stabbed my eye out, or whatever it was.
Right.
That was what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
It's been used since to mean other things, but anyway, that was at least its original meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's
You
touching
got
a
Jesus
pizza.
goes ahead and talks about, if somebody hits you on the cheek, you should turn the other cheek and offer him, the other side,
That sounds like a wife putting up with her fucking abusive husband, really.
Well, the thing of it is that that was something. My understanding of that, though, was that that was directed towards your friends. That wasn't directed towards everybody. That was just directed towards your friends or followers of Christ or whatever. That was not a carte blanche for anybody. Because I mean, if somebody's got a loaded 45 up to your head, are you going to turn your head around and give him the other side of your head? No, that's stupid. Okay, so it's obviously.
45, so.
I always took it to mean, like civil disobedience, like, Thoreau or just resistance kind of thing. But I could be wrong. I'm certainly no biblical scholar.
I still
I
believe
thought it was like trying to make fellow man, but
they're too easy on those motherfuckers.
Well,
So
the
that's
point
what I think.
the point is that if you get a Strong's Concordance and you actually go through and look at the original Hebrew and Greek, you find that there's a lot of passages in the Bible that are not exactly translated correctly.
oh yeah, definitely.
Quite a few. That's,
How does Andrea feel about all that? Like with that real staunch religion that or Christianity she's dealing with, like how does she deal with those kind of differences that the way you feel about it?
I'm going to buy her a Strong's Concordance and I'm going to give it to her, and then she can read it for herself.
But Christianity, I mean, when it goes way back, it was more Gnostic Christianity. I mean, most people thought that Jesus was murdered because he was against the material prison, and he believes in spiritual ascension. And
they didn't like that because it took away their power over the people. The Pharisees and Sadducees had a good little racket going where they basically controlled the people of Israel. I mean, they literally
it was a whole government thing. I mean, they were all controlling people with fear.
Mm-hmm.
But the West loves a trial. Our two big figures are Jesus and Socrates. Whatever. Every Ayn Rand novel ends with a trial. Various other people that try to appeal to the Western ethos.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the Pharisees and Sadducees, they had a good little racket going, the Sanhedrin, and they basically had the Jewish people under their thumb, had complete control over them, and Jesus come along and shattered the whole
good.
Jesus came along and shattered their control, man. He totally shattered it. He went from a nobody to 500,000 followers within no time.
It certainly wasn't Pontius Pilate. There was a reason he washed his hands.
Yes, absolutely.
Like it's not my fucking fault. I'm gonna wash my hands.
I'm sure Pilate understood that the Sanhedrin were manipulating the people. I'm sure of it. I don't have any doubt in that at all.
He didn't want any part of it.
No, he didn't want no part of that shit. That's right. He was a procurator. He was just there to keep the peace, basically. And that's what he done, and that's all he done. He didn't care about any of their internal fighting or anything of that nature. He didn't care. He didn't want no part of that.
Yeah, I mean, if he did go with Jesus, his ass would be fucking grass.
Well, his wife kept having dreams.
She did, yes.
Telling him not, don't have anything to do with this Jesus guy at all. Don't have nothing to do with it.
Well, that's one thing, but also didn't Jesus, it's been a while since I read it, but didn't Jesus pretty much admit to everything just so that they could crucify him?
Well, he couldn't deny.
Well,
he was, and he wasn't going to try to deny it.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, what Jesus was trying to do was tell you that you can have a direct relationship with the divine, and
you don't need religion, right?
That shit.
You don't need a religion, and see that's the irony of this whole damn thing. Jesus' purpose for coming to Earth was to eradicate organized religion, and instead, thanks to the Apostle Paul, we now have a new religion called Christianity, which is the total opposite of what Jesus was trying to do. Jesus was trying to abolish organized religion, and what happened was that now we got a new religion.
And now we got a new system of Christianity,
right.
or the Roman Catholic Church.
System of control. It's always about control, people. It's always about control. And now we've got a new system of control where now you control not only the Jews, but now you can control the Gentiles as well, because they say that Jesus grafted the Gentiles in. So now you got a control mechanism that covers everybody, not just the Jews, but the Gentiles also.
Well, damn.
I think Chris is coming up against the whatever. Some will see it as a contradiction that that Jesus' crucifixion was both good and awful. It's supposed to happen. It has to happen. But of course, whatever, involves a lot of suffering and so forth.
Then of course you gotta throw in the whole fucking hellfire. I mean, hell in the Greek actually means grave.
Right. Where they get the fire and the brimstone and all that shit. My understanding is that where they get that is from an ancient practice that people used to have back in those days. They would take the bodies outside the city walls and they would burn them in a particular spot.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's where they got this idea of hellfire and brimstone and all this other shit. That's where they got it from. They would take the bodies out to the city, outside the city walls, and they would burn them if they had a disease or if they.
There's no such thing as eternal hellfire. Hell means the fucking grave.
Well, when I died,
I've never heard that it means the Greek for grave. I have to say, I know the Greek for tomb was sema.
When I died, I never saw no fire, guys. I saw darkness, but I never saw no fire. So.
You died before?
Oh yeah.
So
how'd you die?
Worship the Lord of Light. The Lord of Light to me and
I've been dead several times actually. I died. In fact, I died shortly after birth from a massive hole in my heart, which back in the 60s they had no way of fixing.
How'd you die the last time you died?
I'm not gonna elaborate on that. Anyway, the point.
Okay.
I tried to get my mother's womb. You know?
I've died several times.
They condemned her to the frickin' bed, and here I was forced into reality and life.
Yeah, but if you hadn't, you wouldn't get to see me. See, and so now
That's true, Vaughn.
Your life has been enriched, man. Your life has been enriched.
Vaughn, you rock.
Your life.
Speaking of which, this is actually my first time I ever got to talk with you, Vaughn, by the way. It's nice to meet you. I've actually been doing some research on you and seen some interesting pictures of you.
Oh, God.
Explain those pictures.
Oh, my God. Did you
That's one of my, I'm curious.
He's talking about the time travel stuff. I know it.
Time travel?
Well, I mean, that's what drew me to this channel to begin with, to be quite honest with you. I'm sure that's what you get a lot, but I'm new to the show, so.
All right.
I'm kind of curious about your picture.
He's talking about Vaughn in his karate uniform?
All right. Yeah, karate costume. No, he's talking about the time travel video, apparently. No,
time travel video.
all the pictures. Okay, someone.
Yeah, it's reincarnation, man.
Well, it's reincarnation, but here's the thing: someone did yeoman's work and actually uncovered the original pictures that was used in that video, and I am nowhere in them. Okay.
Oh,
so it was a Photoshop job. All of them were Photoshop. Now, having said that, I am a firm believer in reincarnation.
Hey!
Hi, you're welcome. Welcome back.
Michael, Michael.
She's become a bumblebee.
Now. Turn off now.
No, now.
Needs headphones.
Real meow. Meow. Now she's using her phone.
Hey, you doing,
I was back on.
Hey,
Crystal, go to your party.
Crystal, you should be tending to your party, not us, man. I mean, you got real human beings here. Real world is supposed to come first, right?
I have no human beings around here.
They're all dead.
They're dead. They're buried in my backyard, actually.
That's right. But anyways, Andrea, for those of you that are okay, it's 12:30. For those of you that are joining us, we are doing a simulcast with Google Plus and Bond Live. Okay, at the same time. Plus, it's going out to Facebook, it's going out to Twitter, and it is being simulcasted and recorded onto YouTube as well. So, and the link has been distributed all over the damn place. So, what's that, Manic? I didn't hear you. What?
I said, you're famous, Vaughn. Everybody loves you.
I wouldn't say famous. I wouldn't say famous. I'm known, but I'm not famous. I wouldn't say famous.
Well, I mean, like, I didn't get drawn to your show for nothing, so.
Yeah.
I mean.
Hey, every day I walk around in my Superman outfit with my guns. I try to make sure I behave like Von Helton would. I think, what would Von Helton do?
That's it. But no, seriously, somebody did yeoman's work and went through all the pictures in that alleged contract video. They found all the original pictures, and I'm not in any of them. I'm not in any of them. Not in any of those pictures.
We should all get our foil hats out.
Huh?
Our foil hats. We need our foil hats.
No. You don't want to wear a tinfoil hat. If you wear a tinfoil hat and a solar storm,
sun rays will scalp you, man.
You will be instantly lobotomized. You don't want to wear a tinfoil hat. That's the worst thing you can do. Unless you want a lobotomy. Now, if you want a lobotomy, then please wear a tinfoil hat. Go out there when a solar storm hits, and you'll get your wish. Okay.
A lobotomy sounds good. With my depressed fucking brain, hell yeah.
No.
I'm gonna get my foil hat and I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back. These messages and a straight American cheese snack idea.
You shouldn't pee into your hat. I hope it's pee anyway, I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything of that nature, no. You don't want to do anything of that nature. So what was I in a former life? Well, I don't know if I really should say it. I really, I mean, I don't know if it would be proper for me to speak of it, actually. But I do have bits and pieces of former lives that crop up into my head every once in a while. But I really don't speak of it that much. I really don't.
Can you elaborate just a little bit, please? I'm actually kind of curious. I mean, as much as you're comfortable with.
Well, there was a time in, I have bits and pieces of a time set back in the Knights of the Round Table era that I can recall. And apparently I must have been somebody of prominence because I had my own castle. So I must have been somebody of prominence. Who I do not know, and I'm not sure. But, I have my own castle. I remember, I can remember pictures of, or, seeing the inside of the castle and how it was adorned and everything. But, and I did actually sit on the throne in the castle. So, I mean, my castle. But who I was, no clue. Like I said, I get bits and pieces.
Arthur.
No, I don't think it was King Arthur.
You got a sword named Excalibur?
I don't think it was King Arthur, but I do think that it was obviously somebody of prominence because I had my own castle. I sat on the throne. I had my own private chambers within the castle. But that's one. And there's another one, like I said, I've talked about this before. I've had a reoccurring dream that I was a soldier in World War World War II, and that I had been wounded in the legs and was attempting to crawl away to safety, and a German tank rolled over my legs and crushed them.
Panzer.
Yeah, I could feel everything. I could feel the bones breaking. I could feel the flesh tearing away. I could feel all of that shit. It was.
Do you think you were only people in past lives, or that you were animals too? Because often it's a kind of cycle where you go through animals and humans.
I'm not aware of any animals at all. Not aware of animals at all.
I guess you wouldn't be. I guess maybe animals aren't self-aware or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not aware of any animals though. But that's a couple things that I can share with you. But you know, like I said, it's bits and pieces. You know, it's not like I can sit here and read a book about it or something. You know, but
I
it's just
appreciate
bits.
you going into it.
I got my tinfoil hat.
Okay.
Man, how's Andrea doing in Bejeweled Blitz back there?
I just got
She beat me yesterday.
I just got through saying that it's not a good idea to put that damn thing on your head in case
Are
it was.
you serious?
He's gonna do it right now.
You didn't read my fucking mind.
I'm very serious.
It's not reading your mind when you say you got your tinfoil.
If a solar storm hits, you could, in theory at least, suffer a lobotomy as a result. So.
I might get to a bow though.
I hope you got lead in your walls.
Yeah, I hope you do too.
That's hot.
That's hot. Woo!
Now, my trolls are the obvious exception. If they want to wear tinfoil hats when a solar storm hits, be my guest. In fact, I'm encouraging all my trolls to wear.
About that aluminum hat bullshit.
I'm encouraging all my trolls to wear tinfoil hats if and when a solar storm occurs.
Metallic Minnie Mouse is Manic's other alliterative name.
Yep.
That's her other screen.
I wear a tinfoil thing because I love Vaughn forever and ever.
Okay. All right.
You gotta fix it.
It symbolizes the aluminum that is our love.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness.
At least I'm not freebasing.
In the light of the seven.
This is true.
Although I'd like
Solar shelter hats. Yeah.
By the old gods in the new.
Now, what is it like to basically be hounded by trolls? I've never had, been like, I'm not very active on the internet, but obviously I'm seeing shit going on there.
Act like a fool, dude. You just
Have
go
you-
on the internet.
Have you bothered
make them-
to look up Vaughn's name on Google or YouTube?
Well, you don't have to necessarily do the whole Vaughn thing. You can just go on there and
It's like being tied to a spaceship and shot into the center of the sun.
exactly.
It seems like every time I search for a Von Helton movie, I get like one legitimate one and 5 non-legitimate ones. So
that's about right.
Yep, that's right.
So, I just kind of was curious how that was, kind of dealing with that.
I made a video earlier to see if people would troll me, but they didn't troll me, which I'm very disappointed about this.
No, what it is, I have dedicated haters who have invested their entire lives, in some cases, to following me around like a little lost puppy dog and doing everything in their power to ruin my life. Whether it be a job, whatever. What's that?
It started in the Stickum days.
Yeah, actually, it started before Stickum. It started on a bulletin board called Delphi, right?
Yeah.
On a bulletin board called Delphi.
I tell you what really gets
Back to
Delphi
blog
was
that give you
like-
help.
Delphi was like part of About.com, though. At least
No,
at one point.
Delphi was part of About.com.
Yes.
Oh God! Who was that?
Correct.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah. They know if they push Vaughn, they get a reaction, and that's what they like.
See, Stickum was great though. Stickum really, rose the troll level to another degree.
Yeah,
You
when
haven't
they,
gone after MS-13 though, Manny. That's at least one reason you haven't been trolled so bad.
Mhm.
I contend anyway. What do I know?
It's probably one of them, yeah.
Well, I've been paying attention to your, I've been watching your stuff for about a month or so now, and I've seen some of what's been going on this last month, and I wanted to say I'm happy that things worked out for you, that things are, back together and back to normal and whatnot. It seems like, you went through a rough patch there.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is that this will make us stronger than we were before. I have no doubt of that. I have no doubt of that whatsoever.
Sucks about that $4,000 though.
Yeah, well, it's Google AdSense money. I can get it back. I'll get more.
Yeah.
I'll get more.
Mine's very popular around the world, pretty much.
Did she come with clothes when she came over there, Vaughn? I mean, whatever. You don't have to tell me. I guess whatever. But I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I must have just not noticed. Sorry.
5 briefcases full of stuff, actually.
Vaughn and I, we were gonna be together, but the money didn't work. So, yeah. I love Andrea, though. Andrea deserves to be with her man.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
You just need to get on a Razor scooter. We'll be down then.
Everybody was determined to get, money to get me over there, but it was like, well, fuck that. It didn't work.
Yeah, I got Vaughn a unicycle so we could hang out, but he wasn't game.
I love unicycles. They rock.
Everything has a reason and a purpose, right? Everything has a reason and a purpose.
Vaughn, I am so glad that Andrea's back. And she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, and she doesn't deserve what happened to her while she's gone either. So
yeah,
we'll get that fixed. We'll get that fixed. Get her back to normal. She's already a lot better than what she was.
That's good.
We'll get her back to normal and everything.
The thing is I will never be back to normal.
What is she on by chance? Because I take medication too, and it takes a while to catch on.
But I'm not gonna. That is Dr.
Oh, that's none of my business. I'm sorry, but I can tell you from medication, it takes a while to kick in before it actually starts to calm down.
Right.
And get
like a month
start.
Right.
I'm more than happy to tell you what I'm on. I'm on Prozac, Wellbutrin, Xanax, alcohol.
Yeah, the alcohol's doctor prescribed, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Andrea's from I don't really know that much about her or anything, but I thought she was from, not far from Pensacola. I mean, I know she's from Alabama.
I thought she was from Alabama.
She is from Alabama, but Pensacola is almost in Alabama.
Pensacola's in Florida.
It is, but it's at the very tippy top.
Okay, I've lost Vaughn live, and I don't know if I can get back.
Yeah, Vaughn probably.
You're still alive, Vaughn.
Pensacola is not that close to Alabama. You're closer going through Chris. You're hitting Florilla in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm still alive. It says okay.
Yeah, you're still alive, Vaughn.
Back live
It's an hour to Mobile.
Yeah, it's an hour to Mobile from Pensacola. We're 15 minutes from Alabama from here.
I live in Kansas, the Republican state that sucks ass.
I didn't think Alabama was that close to Florida. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it sits on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit.
Dude, I can go to the end of my road, take a right, go 15 minutes up the road, and I'm in Alabama. And I live in Florida.
I'm believing you, man. I wasn't saying. I do too, actually, but I'm not that close. But I wasn't trying to say anything.
Because I remember driving through Georgia and Florida, and I thought I was driving forever, man.
Yeah, Georgia takes forever.
Oh my God! It was like I was never going to get through Georgia. Then when I got to Florida, I'm taking 75, so I'm taking literally the long way, and that was a long ride too. It was neat going down the double rows of palm trees, though. That was cool as hell.
Yeah, Georgia can take a day.
But Vaughn, you should go to Colorado with your girl, man. She's gonna love it. It's beautiful. Estes Park is gorgeous.
Well, Colorado does have some nice scenery, man. It does.
Yeah, Estes Park, they have the motel there that they're shining at. The Shining, wouldn't you know?
Right. Well, that now his name escapes me. Shoot. John Denver. John Denver used to sing about Colorado all the time.
John Denver is weird.
John Denver was murdered.
He was?
By Hillary Clinton. After she killed Ted Kennedy.
By
with
Hillary
a baseball bat with a nail through it.
Alive. She ain't gonna fucking die. She's a fucking zombie.
Hillary Clinton and Tipper Gore were totally humiliated by John Denver, and so they had his ass killed. That's my personal opinion, and I believe it, and I'll take it with me to my grave that they did. Because he publicly humiliated them in that Senate subcommittee, and they got pissed off about it, and they had his ass whacked. I guarantee it.
Speaking
And
of
I'm proving.
I want to be buried next to you and Andrea.
Hmm?
I said I want to be buried next to you, Vaughn, and Andrea.
Yeah, there's no reason for Andrea to be afraid of death because she hasn't pissed off Hillary Clinton, as far as I know.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's funny how everybody that pisses off Hillary Clinton ends up dead. Isn't that amazing how that shit works?
Hillary Clinton is a lesbian.
The Clintons' dead friends is a list about this fucking long, man. You know, there's a big long list.
Bill Clinton loved his cocaine. He dealt cocaine all the fucking time.
Slick Willie.
Well, they were partiers from the 60s. I mean, everybody knew that. Everybody knew
I just wish it was legal for everybody. It's not fair. The CIA and everything else, they can do all the coke they want, but the rest of us were off limits. It's bullshit.
I hate to tell you, Coke is legal. It's called Adderall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
It is legal. It's called Adderall.
I do have Adderall. That's a good thing. But it's amphetamine. It's not methamphetamine. It's amphetamine. There's a difference.
Right. There's a slight difference.
I thought the effects were pretty much the same. I know you need to eat when you're on Adderall, and that's all I know. Or whatever. Don't have an empty stomach.
Yeah, it helps to eat, you know, and kind of keeps you from dying and shit, you know.
Well, I mean, when you're taking Adderall. Aside from in general.
You need to eat every now and then, man. You know,
What?
Keeps you
Just
alive.
general rule of thumb, yeah.
It keeps you alive.
It can keep you alive, but it makes you fat at the same fucking time, and it's ridiculous.
No, not necessarily. That depends on your metabolism.
My metabolism sucks. I have a hypothyroid situation. I've always been fat all my fucking life.
There's a way to increase your metabolism. I don't recall right offhand, but there's
it's a spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Spoonful of
hot sauce.
That, and you stop eating so much bread and you eat short meals like 5-6 times a day. Like really small meals, like that kicks it
I
up.
almost made it to the size of the cheerleaders in high school.
Don't eat big meals. Eat small little tiny meals.
But that was when I was starving.
Your body starts instead of storing food, it starts using up the sugars and stuff that you stored.
Yeah, I gotta use up that sugar. Not store it, but use it up.
Yeah, you just got to train your body to start burning up the excess fat that you have, and voila.
Of course, then again, take diet advice from a fat guy. Yeah, that works.
Well, the thing of it is now, you got to be careful, because if you train your body to start burning the fat, and there is no fat, it'll start burning muscle tissue. So you got to be careful.
Well, I am working out. I'm doing hoop dancing now, so I gotta wait until I get the adult hoop though to do it around the waist.
Doing hoop dancing, huh? That's good.
Yeah, fun.
That's good exercise. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I can only do it around my neck and the arms and the legs. But you have to get an adult hoop. That's the trick. If you go for a child hoop, you're not going to keep it up. So
Right.
I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm just saying.
Chris, you need to put that poor fish out of its misery, I think.
What's happening to the fish?
Poor fish is just sitting. They've got one of them laser pointers, and they've got the fish chasing the laser pointer.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing to that poor fish?
The fish is chasing the laser pointer.
They got to chase it after a laser pointer.
Give that fish a break.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, there's no
Manic,
way
you need to hook a brush up to that hair, girl. You looking kind of ratchet, yeah.
It's a wig, though, because I'm throwing my hair back.
It's a wig. Yeah. It's a wig, dude.
I bought that if it was puffed up, it would look better, but I guess not. So there you go.
Put your tinfoil hat back on. That was funny.
What?
Your tinfoil hat. That was awesome. You should wear that all the time.
The Hello Kitty hat?
She made it a little head bow, and then she did something.
My hair back. It's coming back real thick after the chemo, but you know.
Well, I'd like to see. I want to see your natural hair when it comes back. I want to see your natural hair. I want to see what that looks like.
You've seen it before, Vaughn.
Have I?
A long time ago.
Oh, did I? Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe I did and just don't remember.
It was brunette, though. I decided to go blonde because blondes have more fucking fun.
That's what they say. I don't know how true it is.
I don't know if it's true or not.
You should put the tinfoil around your eyes like a blindfold. And
Yeah.
cut eye holes like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, this I know for the Bible text so, right?
That makes some.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I got it.
Don't make it. There. I got it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Those are some handcuffs for a very weak man.
That's awesome.
Oh, God. What are you going to do? They're going to beam our brains out.
Well, on the bright side, though, if they do something like that, we'll never know.
That's a good thing.
Like that.
I like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because at least when they explode the Earth and everybody at the beginning, there's no pain. It's nice. They just fucking explode and they're gone.
Yeah. I like it because of the towels.
Okay, you got a black bear stealing a mushroom?
What's that black bear doing?
He's stealing a mushroom.
What is he stealing?
He's stealing a mushroom.
I need a mushroom. Pretty much
I don't know what kind of mushroom that is, but I don't think it's a mushroom.
It's a mushroom.
It's a
mushroom.
Yeah, it's a Mario platform of sorts.
Yeah.
The fuck?
That's a mushroom.
Well, if it was a hallucinogenic mushroom, I would understand.
Yo, you fixing to be tripping balls.
Yeah. A mushroom that big would give you one hell of a trip, man, and probably kill your ass. A mushroom's about a third of the size of the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be bigger than your head.
Yeah. So that would you'd probably
It's like Groundhog Day fast forward.
Yeah. Groundhog Day, man, that would be scary. Yeah, that would be a scary situation.
Oh, it's changed. Now we got something running up here. What the fuck is that shit? It looks like a fucking...
Some sort of little varmint of some kind.
Baby wombat.
Baby wombat, I guess, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it is a baby wombat.
The fuck?
Really, that's really bizarre.
And then right next to that, we got something shitting something out of the left side of something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a screw shitting out some shit. Wombats poop cubes, by the way. Fun fact.
That one.
Where you got? Are these like? Yeah, these are animated GIFs. Okay, I see where you get them now. You get them from 4gifs.com. I got it.
I think I got mine from like some like endless gifts or something like that.
Endless gifts. Okay.
Yeah. I go for the ones that
Hey, Vaughn.
like where you see that one where it stops and goes back again. I try to get the ones where they just never end.
Yeah, they're just continuous. Yes, Manic.
I got the Roswell True Story book around here somewhere. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It is hard to believe that Roswell still generates a lot of controversy even after all these years. That is something. That's really something.
I heard something interesting the other day. It could be total crap for all I know, but it was just kind of interesting. They referenced Carrot Top as possibly the alien that came from Area 51. I'm not joking. I have the screenshot.
Well, when was Carrot Top born?
Hey,
his name is Tot Torak.
Hey, where was Carrot Top that night?
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Where was Carrot Top that night?
Scary!
Well, I don't know. As goofy
Where were you that night, Vaughn?
As goofy as Carrot Top is, I don't think he's an alien. But
I will not go near that motherfucker.
Worst costume ever.
I do believe he's goofy, especially when he dresses up like Pippi Longstockings. But
he's jacked on methamphetamines half the time.
Jacked on something, yeah, because he's way out there. Wow. But, oh well. Hey, whatever.
We're going to take some more amphetamines.
Hey,
I think he's secretly a mob.
When do we actually spring forward? Or fall
It's
back?
either tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure which. But it's either tonight or tomorrow night. And it's not
tomorrow night.
Whenever you want to, it's your clock, man.
We fall
You're
back.
not leaving, Vaughn, are you?
Huh?
Yeah, we fall back.
You're not leaving, are you?
Well, it is 1 o'clock.
Who cares?
Yeah, I agree. So what?
Yeah, but on the West Coast, it's only like 10.
Exactly!
Yeah. Time is relative, man.
11.
Isn't it, motherfucker?
It's midnight here.
It's 9 on the West Coast, actually, I believe. I believe it's 9 on the West Coast.
Oh no, it's only 3 hours.
Vaughn doesn't work by fucking mere mortal Eastern Standard Time.
I will not be a slave to the Time Lords, man. I won't be a slave to the Time Lords.
We get an hour at 2 a.m., so in another hour we go back.
Another hour we go back. That'll be a good time. I'll see if I can hang another hour. That'll be a good time to
Another fucking hour. That's all I fucking ask.
We gotta switch the clocks back in an hour. So
It'll be the longest 2 o'clock hour you ever had.
Yes, that makes perfect sense to do another hour. I say anyway. Whatever. I'm not in control.
Yeah, shut it off at 3 o'clock, Vaughn. Shut it off.
Just keep on trucking.
I agree with what he said. Shut it off at 9.
I'll shut it off. I'll shut it off. I'll try to hang for another hour. I don't think I'll make it, but I'll try.
Vaughn?
Oh, yeah.
Vaughn.
What?
Put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch a bandit run.
Woo!
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I know, man. Put the pedal to the fucking metal.
Man,
I heard that one in a long time.
that'd be a good song for Vaughn to take his shirt off to.
I know.
You can throw it to Andrea and she can catch it gracefully.
Yes.
She
Well,
like
we
to
don't.
throw
No,
it
we
back.
don't. No, we don't. We don't set. We don't set the clock stop.
One more time for me.
What?
Take your shirt off one more time for me.
Oh,
I think you should toss the shirt to Andrea, though. Wouldn't that be like a good flourish?
I'm not taking my shirt off. No.
I love Andrea. I'm not going to steal your man, Andrea. I just want to see him shirtless. That's all.
No, it's just to give her a roll in
I
it.
need to stick in that chest.
Oh God.
That's kind of scary.
No, what's scary is
I thought Vaughn's nipples were pretty cool though, man, because one of them is bigger than the other two.
Okay, yeah, we really are on a tangent this time.
Come on, Vaughn.
The scary part now is that you pay that much attention to it.
Shirt off and put some leather pants on.
That's fair, Payne.
Well done.
Oh God damn! He's gonna show it again. Chris, you ask. Ask, Chris.
Oh my God, there I am. Oh, they spotted me. Hey, look, see? That was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever.
Oh shit.
That was a beautiful moment.
It's a shame you didn't match Manic's dance moves there, though. Hell.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Vaughn, I'm embarrassed for you, man.
Vaughn's Indian arms.
We have
waving in the air.
We
He
have
just doesn't care.
we have went to the strange part of the internet, folks. We have now went to the
We have entered the Twilight Zone, bitches.
There you go.
This is what happens when you reach that dark hour.
Yep.
No fucking shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. No,
It's weird.
according to what they said here.
Please show me a nipple, Vaughn.
At like Chris just showed you. He just played the damn video.
Show me a nipple, Vaughn.
It needs to be live, Vaughn, you know.
No, it don't have to be live.
What are you drinking? I gotta know. What are you drinking?
Whiskey. She drinks whiskey. She's a whiskey drinking woman.
I'm drinking my own diarrhea.
And
I thought she said something about she had a vodka tonight.
Deep fucking bullshit.
Yeah, she drinks whiskey.
Whiskey usually, but vodka. Here we go.
Well, okay.
She had to go cheap tonight.
That's true. She does drink vodka on occasion. That's true. She does.
Yeah, she had to go cheap tonight. So.
To be honest, the only reason why I'm drinking is I conquered fucking cancer for like the last year. Fucking sucks. Having all your
things, so.
Yeah.
Congrats on that, but I think I would roll one before I would like destroy my liver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy my liver, and honestly, I'd rather have weed, to be honest. You're in Kansas, smoking weed, you go into prison with child molesters.
Not if you move to a state.
Huh?
Don't get caught.
To Colorado or whatever.
You need a state that has legalized medical marijuana. I mean, you do have cancer, for fuck's sake. All you gotta do is
California, Washington, Colorado.
She's got cancer. She can apply for medical marijuana.
Florida, if you don't get caught.
I have a daughter in this state.
Florida has pills too, if you want those.
Yeah.
She can apply.
You can get anything you want. Klonopin, Adderall, Xanax, Valium, Perks.
Yeah,
I got Xanax I got Adderall.
Yeah,
Those two.
she's already on the good shit.
Those two. Those two.
Well, hell, I'll trade you a bag of weed for some Adderall.
Oh, baby, come on over. You're more than welcome.
I totally had to usher my kids out of the room right now, just to let you know. Anybody else have to do that?
No, sorry about that.
Get out of here, kid. You're all fucking
Good.
grown.
Now we can finally go over how to build a bomb.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's get the FBI.
First, you need a piece of 1.5 PVC pipe, a CD.
Yeah, let's get the FBI and CIA
The point where you take a vodka bottle and you build a bomb out of that fucker. Yeah, I have.
Oh God!
We got
Even
so paranoid. All three of us ended up in the fucking bathroom.
Manic, you're scaring people on Vaughn Live, man.
She also makes pipes out of tinfoil
I'm
for
sorry.
when there's a solar storm or
Yeah, don't forget your.
I don't know, alien invasion. You know, tinfoil is good for a lot of things.
I know.
Yep.
Right. Like you can bake cookies
and
stop the aliens.
Crack cocaine or something.
That's true. Yeah, you can huff cocaine off of it, bake cookies, and then stop like the alien brainwaves.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't have any fucking crack cocaine, man.
Won't crack cocaine.
Bring that crack. Bring that crack.
Am I late for the 5 o'clock crack giveaway?
Sorry, Vaughn. I better shut up.
Now you're painting a fluffy bunny. Okay.
Who's the bunny?
It's a bunny getting dolled up, man.
Yeah.
This is why it was so late for its date.
It's a dolly bunny.
I wish I could look cute like a bunny. At least you could be fat and look cute like a bunny. That didn't make any sense, but whatever.
Probably not. Oh well. We're live.
At least if you're a cat, you can get all fat and everything, but people will still think you're cute. How's everybody doing over at Vaughn?
They're saying this is getting weird. Okay, bye. That's what it said. It said this is getting weird. Okay, bye.
I'll be quiet. You guys, talk about it.
If they can't stand the heat.
JFK.
Yeah, JFK, man. That was sad. That really was. That was sad. That was a sad, especially when the wife started climbing off the back of the car to get away from the shooter. That was pretty bad.
It's set up.
Of course it's set up. I mean, there's no doubt.
He was shot from the, was he shot from the front?
Yes, he was shot by the driver. It's very obvious.
Well, not the driver, somebody else, dude.
Driver. No,
yeah, I don't think it was the driver, but
I think it was the driver.
Yeah, the idea is
puts a gun over his shoulder and he fires, and you can even see where the bullet hits the president in the head. His head goes back, and a big chunk of skull goes with it. So yeah, it was.
No, I've seen his head go back. I agree that.
Now,
I think that's just what she was asking, whether his head went back.
Well, that's what I'm getting to that, because there was more than one shooter. There was the driver that was a shooter. Then there was somebody that was a shooter up here, and then there was another shooter out in the grassy knoll.
There was a shooter behind the bridge, or no, not the bridge. But
you think each bullet had a different shooter?
And they were claiming
there were 3 shots, I think, if I recall.
There was three different shooters, in my opinion. In my opinion, it was this idea that the bullet magically would go forward, backward, and sideways is a load of horse shit. Okay, it just is.
Shit.
I'll say if he was.
I think hit him from the back. There's no way his head would ricochet.
The driver shot JFK, and I know it was the driver because the
driver on.
I know it was the driver because the wife got scared of the driver and tried to climb off the back of the car.
No, she was.
I think he said that was to get like the pieces of his brain back together.
Yeah. She was trying to hold her husband from fucking flipping the fuck out, man, and trying to hold his skull together.
Now, I've heard this theory of it being the driver before, and if you watch the video real slow, it's pretty convincing.
Yes.
It does look like he turns around and actually fires something.
Turns and fires right into his forehead, and a big chunk of, and you see his head go back, and a big chunk of skull comes right up. It was the driver. Now, that does not mean, though, that there wasn't two other shooters, because there was. There was two other shooters.
Well, I think instead of the driver, I would put someone in like the drainage on the side, you know, on the side of the curb. There was an opening there. You could stand there and shoot someone.
Well, maybe you could. I don't know. I don't. But there was at least 3 shooters, in my opinion. There was at least 3.
Well, I know it was.
I am not a proponent of the magic bullet.
Get the fuck away, man. He was fucking framed.
Yeah, it was. That was tragic. That really was.
Garfield.
And before that, he was associated with biological weapons.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Manic. There's a picture for you.
I think. Which picture?
Weird Al's a good man.
Weird Al in that particular video, Weird Al makes fun of the truthers and the UFO people and pretty much the preppers. He makes fun of everybody.
Is it a recent video? Because maybe that's why I don't know about it.
Yeah, it's his current video.
What's popular like that guy?
It's called Foil. The song is called Foil.
Is conspiracy theory, so he's gonna write on that fucking shit and make a ton of fucking money.
That's
no. James Garfield's another president that was shot, and he was a cool guy. He could write with one hand in ancient Greek and the other in Latin at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is the latest song by Weird Al Yankovic is called Foil, and it is a slam against truthers, preppers, and the UFO community.
Yeah.
He's just doing that for the money, man.
Well, I'm sure he is, but still, he's making fun of 3 very large groups in the U.S.
He's just another sheeple.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Weird Al's popular enough to where I think he'd probably be in on something if there was something going on there.
I fucking hate Weird Al from the moment he did that whole New Kids on the Block thing, that Oreo fucking song. He's a fucking asshole.
Somebody likes New Kids on the Block.
Ew.
Packrat, no, Jackie did not shoot JFK. No, she did not have a gun in her purse. I don't know where the hell you got that from. Oh, you got it from ATP. Oh, ATP. Well, ATP is wrong. Sorry.
ATP is a bullshit site.
I think JFK took his index finger and shot himself in the face with it.
I mean, because Oswald was behind. Oswald was behind, man.
That's right.
So if he shot, his head would have went forward, but no, it went back.
Exactly. If Oswald had been the first shot, his head would have went forward, not backwards.
Exactly.
And furthermore, there would have been a lot of the skull from the back to disappear, or a small portion and a very large portion from the front. But that's not the way it was. We had a small portion from the front and a large portion from the back. Okay.
Exactly.
The shot was from the front. The shot was from the front, and it took, like I said, it took
They had to kill Oswald because he knew the fucking truth.
Oswald knew something, and so they bumped him off. Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta remember Jack Ruby's real name, Rubenstein.
Right.
Holy shit. Okay, Vaughn. Next time we play Left 4 Dead, we have to try out mods.
We have to do what now?
Batman versus Osama bin Laden, Left 4 Dead 2 mod.
Isn't that fucked that they took Osama bin Laden and they dumped him in the middle of the fucking sea?
That wasn't Osama bin Laden.
That was not
That
Osama.
was Batman.
It was not
Bin
Osama.
Laden has been dead for fucking years.
Bin Laden died in December of 2001 from kidney failure. That's when he died, and we have Egyptian newspapers that reported that death. It was publicized by Egyptian.
That was an inside job.
He died from a
he
heat stroke.
was on
from a towel on his
dialysis.
head.
He was on dialysis, yeah. He was on dialysis, and he died of kidney failure in December of 2001. It was reported in Egyptian newspapers.
At the time, he was going around from. Remember when they were looking for him in caves and stuff? He was cave hopping with a portable dialysis machine with a fucking car battery.
Yeah, how do you cave hop with a portable dialysis machine? How the fuck does that work?
Yeah, wait, did he die in Egypt, or was it just Egyptian newspapers for some reason?
I am not.
Supposedly they found him and took him out into the middle of the fucking Atlantic and dumped his body into the fucking sea, which doesn't make any goddamn sense to me.
Manic. It was not really him. It was a fake. Okay, it was staged. It was.
That was Michael Jackson.
Damn it, Michael Jackson!
It wasn't Michael Jackson either. But no, that was staged.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Okay. That's right. But no, Osama bin Laden died in December of 2001 from kidney failure. It was reported in the Egyptian newspapers, and that's just the reality of the situation. That's the way it goes. I can't remember if he died in Egypt or not, though. I'd have to look that up. But yeah, according to Egyptian newspapers, he died December of 2001 from kidney failure.
I don't believe it.
I do. I believe it. I believe it. We know he was on kidney dialysis because there was reports from actual doctors that stated that he was. So, yeah. Somebody that's on dialysis isn't going to survive in caves very long either, by the way.
Most people on dialysis in good conditions don't live very long.
I think the driver of JFK's car shot Osama bin Laden.
There you go. Yeah, that's actually more plausible than them dumping him at sea. That's actually more plausible.
Dude, he was not in a cave. He was in a compound. Supposedly.
Manic.
Buddy, I'll tell you, it's just everything everywhere. I'll tell you. Hey, Whiskey, how you doing?
Whiskey!
Yeah. Somebody named Whiskey is on online.
Oh.
What's up, Whiskey? How you doing?
It's a good name. I don't like whiskey with honey in it, though. That ruins it.
Yeah.
Honey and whiskey.
I just wish Mark had fixed my view count on Live so I could know how many people are viewing.
They're not gonna fix that shit. They're too lazy.
No way to know how many viewers I have on Vaughn Live because the view count thingy doesn't work. All I got is 0 viewers, and I know that ain't true.
Hey, Vaughn, you know how to get attention?
Huh?
I'll tell you right now how to get attention.
Fart in a jar and mail it to Mark Vaughn.
Amen!
Say there.
Yes!
I'm sure somebody can give you his address.
33 people are watching, according to Packrat.
Come
Say,
on,
do not open until you fix it, and then you will smell my magnificence as a reward for your deed.
Hey, Vaughn, fart.
Huh?
Come on.
I can't fart on cue. What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy? I can't do that shit.
I am.
I am not a paid actor. So there you go.
I was in Larner State Hospital, dude. I met some real crazy people. Who's making all that noise?
Richie.
Mm-hmm.
Richie!
Like Richie's moving his mic around.
Yeah, he's moving it.
Richie.
Yeah.
All right, 9-minute warning, guys. I'm not going to hang until 2 o'clock. No way. There's just
Oh, come on, Vaughn.
there's no way, man.
Get Andrea to make some coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it to no 2 o'clock. No way.
Go get some tea or something.
No way in hell am I going to make it to 2 o'clock.
Come on, snort a couple of lines of, I don't know, caffeine pills? I don't know. Come on.
What do you do? Die? I mean, God, no, man, I can't do
A
that
couple
shit.
of lines of Mountain Dew.
I would.
I heard Comet works really well.
Dude,
There was. I don't know if I told you this, but I was at a truck stop one time because I had to use the John. So I stopped at a truck stop to use their John, right? And I'm at the counter, and there's this little tiny packet, about yay big, and there's 2 little tiny pills on it, about that big.
Oh, and ephedrine was
I'm telling you, that thing was tiny, man. It was tiny. Okay. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, what are these? He says, well, the truckers use them to help keep them awake. I'm like, oh well.
Was in the bathroom with you?
No. I said I was at the counter.
Well, I assumed like the bathroom.
No. Anyways, point is that I said, well, shoot, I need to stay awake. I'll get these 2 little tiny. And I mean, like I said, man, I mean, they weren't that.
Was it methamphetamine?
They were tiny little pills. And I took them motherfuckers, man, and I swear to God, it was like my chest was going to come out of my, it was like my heart was going to literally come out of my chest, man. It was beating
Well,
to
you
death.
didn't prepare for that shit. You gotta drink some coffee and shit before that. And then take your methamphetamine. You're good to go.
Man,
Yeah.
anyways, I took them, and I'm
And then you have to masturbate a lot.
them.
Yeah,
So that's
plus
what
the masturbation. It helps a lot.
Hey, Vaughn, I really hope your kid turned in the back right now. Like I said, mine had to.
My kids,
I had to move mine out of here.
my
If
kids
you're
are.
having heart palpitations, you gotta masturbate a lot. And you'll
Yeah.
Yeah, you go watch
Kids already know all about this.
Drinking.
I see. Okay. But no, I mean, the pills were really, really tiny, and I took both of them, and man, I thought I did. I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest, man.
That's why you shouldn't take pills that you just find in some truck stop bathroom, Vaughn.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. But anyway.
I miss the legal fucking ephedrine pills, man. They always sold those all the time.
Well, one thing's for sure, I was awake, but I was awake because I was afraid I was going to fucking die.
You're not gonna fucking die.
I thought I was going to boom, 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 boom. I mean, I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to die from this.
That sounds like Andrea. Did they give her meth?
I didn't give her no.
I hope not.
No. She does actually have that anxiety, though. She does. She has anxiety attacks.
The only problem I had if I took too much methamphetamines and stuff is seeing fucking ghosts and shit. That's fucked up.
Vaughn seems stoned, and everybody on this call sounds stoned. Well, you've got Manic is drinking either vodka or whiskey. I don't know which, but
I use vodka right now. And I'm going to run out, and I'm going to be depressed for a long time.
hey, Dave Sparrow, the fact that I'm on the Hangout, I was on the Hangout with my wife earlier. You obviously missed that part. Okay.
The wifey is asleep.
Yeah, she went to bed. Dave Sparrow says, this guy gets his wife back home and he's still spending more time online than his wife. Dude, she's on Facebook 24/7, so I don't know. I don't get where you think that I'm the only one spending time on the internet. Okay, when you get more information, come back and let me know. Okay, you're just.
Let me guess. He probably fucking plays fucking video games half the time and doesn't have fucking time for a girlfriend.
Right. Exactly.
Man, there'd be no reason for Manic to feel depressed if she would, looking all beautiful, dancing while Vaughn danced along without his shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Not tonight, at least.
You need to do it with that lampshade on your head, man.
And
Vaughn,
yes.
please.
I would say something about reciprocating, but
yeah,
Vaughn would not want that on
it
YouTube.
is 127, so it is 127, so.
Damn it, Vaughn.
I started at what was it, 10:37, and so I'm ending it at 127, which means it should come out even.
Vaughn, if you take your shirt off, Manic will show feet.
Yes,
I will show feet
Open
and
Bob.
tongue.
You gotta open Bob's.
Yeah, I'm gonna open box out of here and get me some
Come
rest.
on, Vaughn. Give me a little entertainment before you go to bed.
Can't I gotta get the kids up in the morning.
Come on, Manic. We want some entertainment.
Kids are not there in the same room.
You can get the kids up with your shirt off.
My thoughts on being on Good Mythical Morning. I don't know. I was there.
Vaughn.
They recognized.
Feather for me, Vaughn.
I was there. The thing about Good Mythical Morning is that I was there under false pretenses. I was there under the auspices of a troll video. You know, so I mean, it was a bit.
Well, we need troll videos. That's the point. If you're gonna get around the world, you gotta have some troll videos.
Right.
That's all they're what.
I don't know about that. I think I could do just fine.
Haters are just gonna hate, and they're gonna say Vaughn wasn't cool enough to take his shirt off and dance around. Whatever, you just have to let him talk.
Anyways, that's it. I'm out of here. Bye, everybody. Have a nice day.
Oh, don't go,